Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends. And today our topic is about politics, war and peace. Before we start, I saw a comment of a person, he called himself a blue star. You know, I welcome all comments, even those who they are negative, no problem. And Mr. Blue Star, he said, CP is just trying to be a typical Arab. I don't know, my friend Blue Star. If I am a typical Arab, I will send you to the moon right now. Because typical Arab will not even let you speak to him disagreeing. Typical Arab will be like Saddam Hussein, Gaddafi, Assad, Hezbollah, Hamas. You agree with us or we kill you. So this is very stupid comment of you, but you are welcome, because what we can say, stupid are welcome too. So if you listen to us, you might get smarter. You know, actually nothing about me is typical when it's come to being Arab. I am right now, this video I'm making to support Israel. So how you are saying I'm typical Arab? You are stupid, mental. Change your food, in the best scenario, change your diaper. Typical Arab. I don't know what to say. Sometimes people, they say, I think those people, they see the, you know, the title, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the kind of people, they see the title and they judge you by the cover of the book. Yeah, you know, the silly people. Yeah. Anyway. So today I saw in the news that Joe Biden, I mean, you know the thing. He told Netanyahu that, hey, Netanyahu, if you evict the Palestinian from between two brackets, from their homes, that will break the seas of the fire. Well, you know, Joe Biden, he is a super intelligent person, and he is genius. And all the world witnessed that. I mean, it's not like, you know, even the enemies, they witness that Joe Biden is the most amazing, smart person. I cannot add anything to that. I mean, you know the thing. Actually, there's a song, it's called You Know the Thing, about Joe Biden, which I find it interesting. You know the thing. And when Joe Biden, he make a statement, and his statement is based on you know the thing, the first question you need to ask yourself, what is the purpose of this statement? Actually, this is the song. I like this song. It's called You Know the Thing, you know? Let me see, hold on. I don't want to play it all because, you know, we might have a, you know the thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is the lady, she sang the song, you know? Yeah, you know the thing.
Do I know the thing?
Yeah.
Do I know the thing? You know the thing. I said, what's the thing?
What is the thing? The thing. Yeah.
Do I know the thing?
Do you know the thing? No.
Do I know the thing? You know the thing. I said, what's the thing? The thing that I know.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Do I know the thing?
Do you know the thing?
Do I know the thing? You know the thing. I said, what's the thing?
Okay, let's stop here, otherwise people will start dancing. So, you know the thing, you know, we are created by the thing, you know, and then there's a book now, it's called the Holy Book of Thing. And the Holy Joe Biden thinking, who knows the thing, he is going to help the Israeli and he's going to help the Palestinians, and he will help the world to have a new peace. And how? So Joe Biden, he is warning Israel that if you evict those houses from those who they are living inside them illegally, that will start war. Okay, so Joe Biden, what we would do? Should we give them our land, our houses, and do they really need an excuse to start a war? I mean, they are in war with us for the last 70, 80 years, you idiot. This is what you start with the war? Okay, now if we stop this, the war, that's it, we can sign peace. So, I find that this guy is really stupid, and actually he is giving a signal to the terrorists to attack Israel. He is saying to them, go ahead, and if they do that, you can attack them, because now it's their fault. This is exactly what Joe Biden is doing. He is giving a signal to the terrorists to attack Israel, and at the same time, that will be used by the media, the anti-Israel media, that you see the Israeli are the one who is starting the aggression. But all of us, we knew around the world that if two group or two people, they have a dispute, they go to court. And then the court judge. And the court, the Israeli court, is very, very just. As an example, you can search right now and you will see how many times the Israeli court evacuate Israeli from land owned by the Arab. You will find tons of cases that where somebody claim a land, it's not belong to him, and then the Arab person, he made a case against him, and then the police came and they kick him out. So why the court cannot practice what is court practice? Oh, because now we are terrorists, and if you try to do this, we are going to terrify you. And Joe Biden agree with that. So this is a very stupid message from Joe Biden. Remind me of a stupid Trump when he said that if Egypt attack Ethiopia, I don't blame them. Which means he's giving a signal to the Egyptian government to attack Ethiopia. And as you know, Ethiopia is a country which is very friendly with USA. And we know that Egypt is not really friendly with USA, and we know that they pray in this country, in every mosque, for the death of America every day. So why Trump is siding with Egypt versus Ethiopia? Stupid. Because all of them, in America we don't have leaders. In America we have a bunch of idiots who have nothing to do with leadership, who cannot see farther than their finger. They say words they should not say, and they do things they should not ever do. And this is the destiny of USA. It's hard to get someone he is smart in the office. And if they got somebody smart in the office, that would be maybe a miracle. But what we can do. So when Joe Biden he is warning Israel, are you saying to Israel, maybe you should evacuate Jerusalem and give it to Hamas? Or maybe you should evacuate Tel Aviv? Because those people, okay, what if Israeli today, they withdraw from Jerusalem? Is Hamas going to be happy and that's it? Everybody will go home, peace, love, and the Jews and the Arab, they kiss each other, and the Muslim, they kiss the Jews. I mean, those people, they are coming from different galaxy. When we talk about, people like Joe Biden, they will not accept killing every single Jew. This is their dream. This is not about a country. This is not about a land. This is about religion. And all those medias, and not only medias, by the way, sadly, there's many Christian churches who they call themselves Christians. They have huge propaganda against the Jews and against Israel, thinking that war against the Jews is just a war against the Jews. The fact this is a war against the whole world, not only against the Jews. The Jews is just an obstacle in their way. When they finish with the Jews, they will go and start with you again. Don't forget that most of Europe was occupied by the Muslims not long time ago. Maybe 60, 70 years ago. Go check history. Not long time ago, the Muslims, they took all of Spain. Not long time ago, they reached all the way to the middle of France. Not long time ago, they took Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, you name it. Not long time ago, almost they control all of Europe. So are they going to stop with Jerusalem? Is this really about Jerusalem? Is it about a few houses located in Jerusalem? Who is the stupid here? So when someone he claimed to be a Christian priest or a leader of atheism. Let us say you're an atheist. Let us say you are a person who believed that you used to be a mosquito, and then you became a frog, and then you became Joe Biden. Believe whatever you want. But if you think that Islam is against the Jews only, you are a very big fool. Muhammad, from the beginning, he made a goal that if I am victorious, I'm going to expel every single Christian and Jews from the land of Arabia. Which means there's Arab Christians and there's Jewish, who they are, living in Arabia. You can say they are Arab based on this. Even the word Arab is not really about an ethnic. The word Arab is an Aramaic word, mean desert. So when they say Arabian, they mean desert people. But many foolish people think that Arab is an ethnic. Arab are not an ethnic, and they are not one nation. Anyone living in the desert is called Arab. So let us say the Aramaic, they are exist now in America, and you are a person who live in Las Vegas, they will call you Arab because you are a person who live in the desert. So Muhammad, he made it clear that genocide is the target of Islam. Anyone don't agree with him from other religion, and the reason here he mentioned the Christian and the Jews, because those are the people around him. He killed all those who don't believe in his God, and now there's other two groups who they are Christians and Jews. And he made it so clear, I'm going to expel them, I'm going to kill them all. And the reason Muhammad he is saying that, because Muhammad is a person who taught the Muslims that all the world belong to Allah. And all the world have to be brought into their knee, under the feet of Muslims. And all the world, either they convert to Islam or the Muslims have to bring them and they put the chains around their necks. And Muslims been taught that they are the best nation ever created for mankind, which means they are people who believe in supremacists. Islam is a supreme. Muslims are supreme. The rest are pigs and monkeys and dogs and all the names the Quran called them with. The Quran even called non-Muslims as najis, which means filthy, dirty. This is why if you go and search right now, you will find no go, or let us say road signs for Muslims only. You know, the Muslim, they say, do you know in South Africa they used to have like a bus for black only, a bus for white only? You know that? Okay. But guess what? Before racism was exist in those countries, Islam is the biggest racist ever exist. If you search right now in Google, you will find tons of pictures of Muslims only. But maybe they did not tell you why they have those pictures, why there's a road for Muslims and road for non-Muslims. I mean, what is the problem? The problem is very simple. The Quran considers non-Muslims the enemy of Allah, and non-Muslim mean non-Muslims, which means if you're an atheist, you are not safe. If you are a Buddha, you have to be the same. And if you are a Hindu, it's the same. If you are a Christian, you are the same. If you are a Jew, you are the same. It doesn't matter. It's non-Muslims, Muslims only. So Muslims only are the one is clean. Those are the Muslims only. And non-Muslims are the dirty. So we have roads for Muslims because they are clean. And we have roads for non-Muslims for they are filthy. And here filthy, not only filthy physically, they are filthy, they are satanic, let us say. So Islam is a religion, teach people to discriminate. And discrimination based on religion. Muhammad, he said, if any of you meet someone, he's a Christian or a Jew, force him to walk in the narrowest alley, which is the sewage. So if Hamas is in control, Let us find the hadith. Give me a second. And when I say, by the way, Hamas, I mean Islam. You know, Hamas is Islam. When they say to you, we are going to practice, we want to give the Palestinian a state. First of all, those are not Palestinians. The Muslims are not Palestinians. They are occupation. They themselves, first time they came in the 7th century, the Arab, they came to this land and not single person there speak Arabic. Not a single person. So those are not Palestinians. Just to make it clear. They themselves, and the funny is that when the Muslims occupy a land, they call it opening. But when you take it back from them, they call it occupation. So they took the land, and that is opening, because Allah, He opened it for them. It's not occupation for them. It is opening. And opening mean they can take your wife, they can take your kids, and they can take your money, and they can force you to pay jizya like a dog. And Muhammad is a person who established a constitution of human rights. You know, if you see, go and see how many videos Muslims they have about how Islam treat people equally. You know, Islam, you know, according to Islam, the blood of a Muslim is not equal to the blood of a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu or a Buddha. Why? Because simply we just showed you that the Christian, the Jew, the Hindu, the Buddha is a filthy. The Muslim is not filthy. So we cannot kill a Muslim for killing a Christian. Actually, Muhammad he established even before different kind of discrimination based on your status in the society. So if you are free, this is a chapter 2, verse number 178. It says here, "Oh, you believe, you know, in the case of al-qisas. Al-qisas means the punishment for a crime. And look at that. Look at the translation. The law of equality in punishment. Look at the equality. Okay, what is that? In the case of murder, free for the free, which means if a free man kill a free man will be killed. Okay. What if a free man kill a slave? Slave for a slave. What if a female get killed or we kill a female? So this is very stupid established religion from, let us say, Muhammad is trying to copy rules of others and he don't know what to do. So he tried things, and then the Muslim, they will say to you, oh, this one is abrogated. Have you ever heard of God? He made a law for murder. I mean, murder is a murder. You don't change the law after a few weeks. Why? Allah, He found that he's wrong? Yes. Muhammad, he made this law, and then people, they start, what in the world you are talking about? So if a free man kill a free man will be killed. And if a free man kill a slave, we kill a slave? So now we have two victims, and the killer is free. And if we kill a female, we kill a female? Muhammad, he set a rule, and those rules was based on his own mood and his trial or hashish and his hatred. As an example, when he says, if you see a Christian or a Jew in the street, you have to spit in his face, you have to humiliate him, you have to force him to walk in the sewage line. This is why you see the Muslims, you know, they get so angry from me as an Arab Christians, because for centuries the Muslims, they were humiliating the Arab Christians, and they cannot take it to see someone is humiliating their prophet and they can do nothing about it. For centuries they spit on the face of the Arab Christians. For centuries they forced him to walk in the sewage. This is Islam. So when Joe Biden speak about evacuation of a few houses, he is just being stupid as the rest of the American, generally speaking. Most of the American are very ignorant. Atheists, even Christians, doesn't matter really. I mean, I never saw ignorance as much as I see around me in the world today. Not only in America, but Americans are full of it. Because of most of the American, they get their news from TV and or from YouTube or from videos made by someone. So if there is somebody is famous in YouTube and he make a video and he make a speech and he make you feel sorry for the Palestinians, they are victims, but nobody present to you facts. The facts they present to you, okay, let me show you this video. Israeli soldier is capturing a child. A child. But they will not tell you that this child is almost killed a soldier. They are throwing big rocks at them. And even some of them, they use them for suicide bombing. Even they use infants for suicide bombing. In America today, people are mad to the point they want to defund the police. Their own police. So not only do they want to have police in Israel, they don't want to have police in their country. And now you see in cities like Chicago, New York, San Francisco, California, things is going out of hand. And now the stupid liberals, they decide that defunding the police is wrong. So we have to fund the police. So it took them 9 months, keep talking about defunding the police every day. And then the crimes went skyrocketing, and instead of like, I don't know, like 300, 400 times increased the crimes. And now they notice that they were stupid. So all this time in the news and CNN and all of those people speaking about we should defund the police, we should control the police, we don't even want police. And now they found that police is a must. We need the police. And this is what they are doing with Israel. They are stupid people. They do not know what they are talking about. They are confused about their gender. They are confused about their social life. They are confused about Corona. They are confused about the police. They are confused about their army. They are even confused about their citizenship. And actually, most of the Americans who they are liberals, they do not know even who is the president. I remember there's a video made by a person, his name is Mike Dice. Mike Dice, he asked the liberals questions, and they are fantastic questions. And once he told the liberals that they found evidence that the children of Trump are hunting dinosaur, and he was asking them, shouldn't they be arrested? They think they are getting away with things. The liberals, they said, oh yeah, they should be arrested. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark. I mean, doesn't matter what you say. Just tell them Trump sons are hunting dinosaur. They believe it. And I'm not going to be surprised if they make the Palestinians really the victims and the Israeli are the criminals when it's the opposite. Because the one who want to sign for peace is Israel. The one who don't want peace is the other side. I don't know what was the name of that video. Trying to find the name of the video so I can play it for you and you would die laughing. Yeah, here we go, I found it. Just to show you what we live through in this country. How much ignorance is killing this country. I mean, you can say anything. As long as the liberals, they hate you, they will believe it. And they hate Israel. And they hate Christianity. And they hate anything. Anything is good. You know? Anything is good, they hate it. Let us see.
You might have seen the Donald Trump kids are big hunters. They go on these hunting trips just for fun and kill these poor animals. So now, just getting people's reactions to Donald Trump's kids now killing the Triceratops in Africa on a hunting expedition.
Okay, so honestly, my opinion is I think they're just getting away with a lot for the simple fact that they're Donald Trump's children.
Would an ordinary...
See, I mean, they killed the dinosaur. They cut them in South Africa, killing the dinosaur. And she agreed. They have to go to jail. This is not right. It's like, what? They are not even listening. Those are Hamas supporters. Hamas, they base their support in those people. The stupid, the ignorant, the liberals who have no idea what's happening in this earth. I mean, come on. How in the world the sons of Trump, they are getting away with this crime? Shouldn't we arrest them? Killing dinosaur?
Kids are big hunters. They go on these hunting trips just for fun and kill these poor animals. So now, just getting people's reactions to Donald Trump.
You know, it's like a duck, you know, like walk, 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 like this. Like she heard the sound. Like you said Trump, they start saying walk, walk. Like, yeah, like what happened? Like, what? Yeah, wow, and then a bunch of crazy, you know, they will come to California, they jump in the front of the camera.
The Donald Trump kids are big hunters. They go on these hunting trips just for...
They are big hunter, oh yes. She see them every day hunting. This woman, she saw Ivanka Trump shooting guns every day. Oh yes, she agreed right away. Those are the supporters of Hamas. Stupidity is amazing. And then you wonder how Hamas can have influence inside USA. My friend, it's very easy. Those people are the biggest influence of anything. Those people, they don't want gas no more. They want solar. Okay, hold on. So, but our cars, all of it is not electricity yet. I mean, we need maybe a century before we can reach that day. And those who are asking for no gas no more, they are the one who is using the fancy cars. And each one of them, his villa is in the size of a mountain. And those who says open the borders are the last one who will open the fence to any refugee. I don't know how they allowed Trump daughters and sons to do this. Disgusting.
Fun and kill these poor animals. So now, just getting people's reactions to Donald Trump's kids now killing the Triceratops in Africa on a hunting expedition.
Okay, so honestly, my opinion is...
Like, hold on, she have opinion. I mean, after all, she have opinion in this matter. This is what happened when Joe Biden, he called Netanyahu. He have opinion. Hey, Joe Biden, you stupid idiot. In Afghanistan, there was a guy, his name is Osama bin Laden. He destroyed one building for us. We destroyed Afghanistan, all of it. Actually, we could not find anything to destroy there. And now we are looking for a trade center there. Destroying a building. We send an army. And we attack them, and we bomb them for the last 20 years for a building. But the stupid Joe Biden, he will not accept that the Israeli are defending themselves because Hamas, they send on them more than almost 4,000 rockets. Do you see the hypocrisy? Do you see how it works? They destroy one building for us. It's just one building. We went and we occupy a country for the last 20 years. If you attack America, we will make you not exist in this earth. We will destroy your nation. Even if you don't attack America, we will destroy your nation, like what happened to Saddam Hussein. Even if you don't, we will attack you, doesn't matter, like what happened to Qadhi. Like what happened to what is his name? The guy, they arrested him in like they were complaining about the Belarusia, they attack, they hijack an airplane. Well, American, you know, we arrested the president. We forced his airplane to land down to arrest him. Anyway, so, you know, those liberals, they are coming from different fantasy, porn movie where everything for them is yeah, my opinion, yay, yeah, Trump is bad, yay, open borders, and then they open the borders, and then what happened? Nobody want to have them. They don't have a place for them. They can't even afford to have them. And more than 16,000 child have no parents. And you know what will happen to children when they are alone. Oh yeah, yes, I want to hear this. Oh yeah, yeah.
And the Donald Trump kids are big hunters. They go on these hunting trips just for fun and kill these poor animals. So now, just getting people's reactions to...
And that explains a clear reason why I'm not married. Because imagine you marry a woman like this. Oh yeah, yay, hoo ha, yay. You idiot, did you even listen to what the question was? Are you listening to the Israeli? That they have 4,000 rockets over their houses and they are not the one who start shooting? And then yet you claim that they are the problem? And then you force them to stop fire because this coward Netanyahu, I don't know why even they listen to anyone. If I am in charge, I will never stop until I finish this Hamas. The whole world agree that Hamas is a terrorist organization. So how in the world we support the terrorist against the one who is not? Very simple. Oh yeah, my opinion.
Donald Trump's kids now killing the Triceratops in Africa on a hunting expedition.
Okay, so honestly, my opinion is, I think they're just getting away with a lot for the simple fact that they're Donald Trump's children.
Would an ordinary person be able to get away with killing a Triceratops, or is the Donald Trump's kids just being able to get away with that because they're Donald Trump's kids?
I think they're getting away with it because they're Donald Trump's kids, and I think anybody else would just get in trouble, and they're honestly, just, I don't know,
with
jail
the
time.
Animal rights activists.
Yeah, they'll pay a fine for it, and they'll serve their time in jail. And
for killing the Triceratops, I think it's an endangered species in some countries, so it makes it even worse.
Yeah, but I agree.
All right, thank you very much. Triceratops is on the endangered species list. Now Donald Trump Jr., a big game hunter, just killed Triceratops and posted a picture posing with the dead animal's body. Is that inappropriate? Is that the wrong thing to be doing?
I mean, yeah, definitely that's very inappropriate.
You see, this is telling you that nobody even thinking. I mean, are you a bunch of idiots? Like, none of them he says, like, come on, man, what are you talking about? This not even exists in a cartoon. What animal you said? What they are killing exactly? Yeah, they agree. Just say Donald Trump. You can do the same with the Muslims when you talk about me. What do you think about Christian Prince getting away with saying, as long as you're attacking me, they will agree with you. It doesn't matter what you say between. Those are the ones who support Joe Biden, you know the thing. Sadly. Those are the one now is controlling America. It makes sense, doesn't it? Stupidity is amazing, and we have to deal with it. I'm looking at the comments. Interesting comment.
Know these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing.
You know the thing?
You know the thing.
Do I know the thing?
You know the thing?
I said, what's the thing?
Oh, the thing. I know the thing.
That I know.
You know
Like what? What's wrong with you?
Know the thing.
Come on, we know the thing.
Know the thing.
You don't know the
And
thing?
what's the thing
No, we know the thing.
that I know?
She don't know the thing.
Do I know the thing? Do I know the thing
This is the president of USA.
that I know?
What happened to this country?
Do I know?
Yeah, and we, you know, there is a new book now. It's called the Holy Thing. You know, the thing created everything. Hey, Muslims, you find a new name for your God. It's not Allah. His name is the thing. He is the one who created, you know, the thing. And you know, look, his holy book. Look, this is a mosque, and this is a holy book. It's called the thing. You know, here we go. The word of thing. And you know the thing, right? So it's clear. I mean, it's like Jibreel coming from. I think Joe Biden was inspired by Jibreel here. You know, don't you think so? I mean, all. Anyway, guys, you know the thing. I can't stay longer. So I want to say, for those who they are listening, especially for those who they are Christians and their churches, they always attack Israel. My friend, it's about who is first. It's about turn. So when they finish with Israel, they will go back and they start with you again. They start with you a long time ago. They forgot about the Jews. Why? Because they thought the Jews are gone. And they were attacking our countries, Christian countries, one by one. And then they went to the Buddhas. They went to China. They went to Indonesia. They went everywhere. They will never stop with Israel. So if you think this is about Israel, you are a fool. You are next. They want to finish with Israel so they can get rid of what is coming after. Israel is like a needle in their chest. They cannot go forward to conquer the world without finishing Israel. So if you are a stupid fool who think that this is a war against Israel, this is your problem. We are smarter than this. When they finish with the Jews, they will come after every single country in this earth. And if you're an atheist and you think you have a better chance with Islam, good luck. Actually, Christians and Jews are the best. They have the best chance. Actually, Christians, the best chance with Islam. Why? Because they pay them money. They can live. If you're an atheist, you have to die. They will kill you. If you are a Buddha, they have to kill you. If you are a Hindu, they have to kill you. I'm talking about Islam now. I'm talking about Muslims. This is Islam. And Muslim is someone follow Islam. So if you don't believe in that, that makes him a Muslim by name. So a true Muslim is someone who believes in what Muhammad said. That a Muslim have a duty to go and enslave everybody. And as you see here, Muhammad, he made it clear that the judgment, the hour will not establish until you fight the Jews. And the stone, if a Jew he hide behind the stone will say, hey, there is a Jew behind me, kill him. So there's Muslims who they are Muslims by name. Those we are not talking about them. There's a lot of them. There's Muslims, they can be nice and friendly, etc. They are Muslim by birth, you know, like many people who they are by birth belong to a religion, but in reality they are not. Like a Christian is not somebody is born of a Christian family. A Christian is somebody believe in Christ and he is born again. And born again is meaning that you believe in the Messiah. So we don't believe that somebody is a Christian because he's born of a Christian family. Muslims believe that everyone is a Muslim by birth, even the Christian one. And then his family made him leave the religion. However, a Muslim for me is somebody who believes in the terrorist Muhammad. Not somebody is a believer in nothing, which means his name is Muhammad, but he know nothing about Muhammad. He know nothing about Islam. He don't want to do jihad. He want to live in peace. He want to have friends from everybody. He want to be like everybody. That is a person. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about somebody believe in Muhammad and he follow the steps of Muhammad. That is the Muslim. Otherwise, if you have somebody he don't believe in killing the Jews and the Christians and the Hindus and the Buddhas, I say to you, if he is truly saying that to you, this person is wonderful, and even though his name is Muhammad, so what? because he don't believe in the faith. And even though his name is Muhammad, so what? Because he don't believe in the faith of Muhammad. But he is a person who is loving, good, and he is very friendly. So we don't judge a person by his name. I don't say a person is a Muslim because his name is Muhammad or Ahmed. I say he's a Muslim if he believes in this garbage in front of us. That is a true Muslim. ISIS is a true Muslim. Al-Qaeda is a true Muslim. In the world today, they try to make it the opposite because they are ashamed of their behavior. So the agenda is, you know, we have to cover up. We have to say they are not Muslims, but the truth is, ISIS are the true Muslims. And ISIS, do they want only the collapse of Israel? No. They want to take Rome. They want to take Jerusalem. They want to take Spain. They want to take White House. They want to take South America. They want to take China. They want to take everywhere. So don't be a fool and think that this is about Israel. This is about the whole world. They want all the world. There's a book, it's called the Book of Jihad in many of the books of Hadith. And the jihad, you know, some Muslims, they try to make the word jihad sound like nicer. They say to you, jihad, they mean struggle. Like, you know, you struggle to fast, as an example. You struggle to be a good believer, as an example. You know, they try to give you all the meaning. But the fact jihad is a word which means really struggle. But the struggle Muhammad, he meant, the best of the jihad, is when a Muslim, he carry his sword and he kill anyone who don't believe in Allah. The Quran says in the chapter of Al-Anfal, in verse number 15 and 16, let us find the verses. This is what Allah, He wants from every single Muslim. Islam is the end of this earth. Islam is the end of peace. And I believe that time will come that all countries in the world will be involved in one war. War between Islam and non-Muslims. Allah, He will punish anyone who don't believe in Islam. And He will make the Muslims are the one who punish them. And He will make those who don't believe in Muhammad taste the torment, the torture. And then you who believe, when you meet those who disbelieve in the battlefield, never turn your back from them. Never. The target is never to go for peace. We heard and we saw Israelis signing peace agreement with Egypt, Jordan, Morocco, Emirate, Bahrain. None of those peace agreement is true. They are false agreement. They are temporarily until those countries or the Muslims, they are powerful. And then when they are powerful, they will attack again. And this is what you find in the Quran, in chapter 47, chapter of Muhammad, verse number 35. So be not weak and ask not for peace, from the enemy of Islam. You see here it says the enemy of Islam is not a person, is not a specific time, enemy of Islam. Doesn't matter who. Anyone who don't believe in Islam is enemy of Islam. Anyone who don't believe Muhammad is not a prophet, he's an enemy of Islam. You see, the Muslims, they say to you, oh, in the time of war, but Islam is in war with every single one person or a group who don't believe in Allah. And you are guilty because you don't believe in Allah. So be not weak. Seek peace from the enemy of Islam. Doesn't matter who, Hindu, Buddhists, Christians, Jews, Hindu, or atheists. While you are having the upper hand, and this is what Hamas was doing. Hamas, they knew they are no match to fight. So what they do? They use the fool and the foolish of us. So they hit and they hide behind the children. And then the foolish ones, they say, oh, you cannot go after them because they are hiding behind the children. And then they stop. And then a week after, they do the same. And then we say to them, to the Israeli, the same. You cannot attack them because they are behind the children, and they will keep doing this for the coming centuries. Actually, people like Joe Biden, they are not working for peace. They are increasing war. Because all what it takes is to finish this group in that territory, and then that's it. At least for maybe 30, 40 years after that. But every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they do attack, and then we attack them back. And then we cannot attack them really because behind women. And then we have to stop because millions of people go in the street against Israel. And Israel, you know, like they feel they are left alone and nobody supporting them. Christian churches are calling them names. Christian priests are cursing them. Joe Biden is threatening them. Europe is boycotting them. The Irish people, they are asking to kick out of the ambassador. Why all of this? Don't you know that those people, they wish you disappear too? Don't you know? When Yasser Arafat, and he was way better than Hamas, he used to kidnap airplanes every 2 or 3 weeks in Europe. And he will not let the civilian go unless you pay them money. And that's what Hamas is doing today. They do this attack, Israeli attack back, they destroy some buildings, and then we generate a lot of donation. The whole purpose is money. In less than 2 weeks after the ceasefire, not even 2 weeks, what 2 weeks? 1 week. More than $3 billion donation coming to Hamas. 3 billion. So what the world is doing, they are rewarding the terrorist, punishing the one who is fighting them, siding with the terrorists, giving them money to buy more weapon, to have more babies, and not to do any job. And what exactly Hamas exists for? Are they an organization who build manufacturers? Are they an organization who care really for Palestinians to give them jobs? Or they are terrorist organization? And anyone oppose them from the Palestinian, he will be killed immediately. I can go right now to YouTube and I can find you videos which is extremely disgusting. Hamas dragging people, they tie them in the motorcycle and they drag them behind the motorcycle until they split pieces. Anyone disagree with them, they kill them. Even the Palestinian who they are mujahideen, they kill them too. I made a video a long time ago about how Hamas, they were throwing the members of Yasser Arafat, the terrorist Yasser Arafat, his organization. They captured Gaza and they started throwing anyone who supported Yasser Arafat from the top of the building. So I say to those who they call themselves priests, Christian priests, you are disgusting, you are stupid, and you are a fool. This is a war not against the Jews only. This is against mankind, freedom. They will never stop there. You see, who is the one supporting Hamas? Hamas leader, he says, Iran. Is Iran a local terrorism like country, or they have hands everywhere? Attack in Venezuela, attack in Africa, attack in Syria, attack in Iraq, attack in Yemen, attack in Libya, attack in Egypt, you name it. They are all over. So what this have to do then with Israel? Let us say if we take Israel from the map, are they going to stop? What is next after Israel? The answer is very simple. There is no next except conquering the whole world. They want the whole world. This is why Muslims, they don't shy to say to you, Islam will dominate the world. Islam is a government regime, dictator regime. And this is the dream of those who, the terrorists. If you search right now, this is in the heart of Europe. They are carrying signs saying Islam will dominate the world. This is not about Israel. This is about the whole world. So only foolish, they think that this is a war between the Jews and Hamas. Only donkeys. If you have a priest and he says to you that this is a war because of injustice, because of an occupation, this priest is the priest of the devil for very many reasons. Number one, all of us, we knew that the Bible in every page says that this is the land of the Jews. We know where Jesus was crucified. We know where Jesus was. We know where Jesus was born. We know where the disciples of Jesus coming from. So how in the world this idiot, he will say to you that this is the land belong to the Palestinian? And he read a book in the front of his hand every day. Every single word in that book says this is the land of the Jews. In the top of that, we have history of 1400 years of Islamic attack to establish caliphate. This is not something new. When Israel was not there as a state, as a country, do we have peace with Islam? No. When the Mujahideen or the terrorists attack Europe and they occupy Romania, there was no Israel. Bulgaria, there was no Israel. Greece, there was no Israel. Spain, there was no Israel. Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Morocco, Tunisia, there is no Israel. Persia, all those countries of Afghanistan, there's no Israel. So if you think this is a war about Israel, that's because you are a fool. And foolishness is very costly these days. So if you are a person who think that this is a war about the Jews and the Palestinian or the Arab, I say to you, you are really stupid idiot. You have a lot of ignorance, and don't be upset from me saying the word is stupid. I like to say it as it is. I don't care who get upset or not. You know, it's just stupid of you that you live in this world today, and we have 1400 years of history about Islam, and yet you think this is a war between the Jews and between the Israeli and between the Arab. This has nothing to do even with the Arab. Don't you see who is supporting Hamas? Iran. Iran actually, they are the enemy of the Arab. They are the Persian. The Turkish are the enemy of the Arab, in case you do not know. They hate each other. So what is making this love happening? Like Erdogan is so much when to defend Jerusalem. The Ottoman and the Arab, they are enemies. The Persian and the Arab, they are enemies. How come all of them, they are united against Israel? Their hate make them united. That is the hate of Islam. Otherwise, those nations, they kill each other every day. Actually, all the agreement happened between Israel and Arab countries is because of the Persian. Saudi Arabia boycott Turkey for the last 7-8 years. They don't even buy from them anything. Saudi Arabia consider the Muslim Brotherhood terrorist organization. So why Joe Biden don't do that? Actually, the stupid Trump, he went in TV, he says, we are thinking about considering the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organization, and then he shut up his mouth. Because he's a coward. Because he's a potato. He's no better than Joe Biden. You know, I know like many of you don't like me to say so, but Trump is very stupid idiot. He got that opportunity to demolish Hamas. Because Hamas is the Muslim Brotherhood. So if he made sanctions on the Muslim Brotherhood and anyone who support them will be arrested, Muslim Brotherhood will hit badly to the ground. But the coward, the stupid, the idiot Trump, he never did something to harm Qatar, which is #1 sponsor for terrorism. He never did anything to harm the Muslim Brotherhood, which is #1 supporter for Hamas. Actually, it is Hamas. 4 years in the office, this idiot Trump, he did nothing. Nothing. And not only that, before he leave the office, this stupid Trump, he forced Saudi Arabia to shake hands with Qatar, which means he is uniting the enemy against us. Can you believe it, how stupid he is? Qatar just announced yesterday $1 billion to Hamas. So it's not only the stupid Biden. We have the stupid Trump. Trump, he went on air, he said Qatar is sponsoring terrorism. They are #1 supporters of terrorism in the world. And then what he did, 2 weeks after, they rented a building from his own son-in-law for $1 billion. And since then, he never opened his mouth against Qatar. Like we say, Joe Biden is corrupt, right? And his son and China. My friend, all of them, they are the same garbage. Trump is no better. We support Trump because the general idea is better than them, but he is corrupt too, and I assure you. All of them, they are thieves. All of them, they are liars. All of them, they are corrupt. All of them, they lie to you. But in America, we have no choice. They bring you 2 donkeys. One when I eat your tongue, the other one when I bite your nuts. Choose one. I mean, did we even ask Trump why Qatar, they could not find a building in New York to rent except the building of your son-in-law? That's it, there's no buildings in New York, and for 99 years, and they gave him the rent for the coming 99 years in advance, which is $1 billion. Hey people, I want to rent my house for the coming 99 years. Who want to rent it from me? Who is willing to pay rent for the coming 99 years? I heard of people paying rent every month. But paying rent for the coming 99 years, isn't it obvious that this is a bribe? All of them, they are garbage. Still, the garbage of Trump is way better than the garbage of Biden. I mean, we cannot even compare. But both, they have garbage. But let us say the garbage of Trump is more acceptable. Right? Somebody saying to me, you fool, you vote for Trump. I will vote for him again. Because even Trump, who we say that obviously he have a corruption, he did the best things for America for the last maybe 50 years. After all his stupidity. And I will vote for him again and again and again. because he was smart in many things. See, we are truthful people. We don't side with a person just because we vote for him. We vote for him because his agenda fit way better with our agenda. We are people who support anything fit with the Bible, which means we are against abortion. Trump is against abortion, so we vote for that. And here you see the hypocrisy of Muhammadan. How you support Biden when he is a person who supports abortion? Because you Muslims, you have no dignity when it's come to religion. Hypocrite. How you say that abortion is haram and then you vote for someone who want to do abortion? Because you are a hypocrite. We take the side of no man. We take the side of what is right. You take a side of what is right for you, which is hypocrisy. Ilhan Omar, she go and dance in the gay festival, but she's wearing hijab, and she claimed that Islam is the best, and she claimed the teaching of the Prophet is the best teaching. But do you want me to read for you what your Prophet said about gays and lesbian? But she go before the election and she dance with the gays and the lesbian. Because you Muslims are hypocrites. In your heart you say something, in your tongue you say something else. We don't do that. Right? If you are a man, fight Israel. What do you mean fight Israel? Why do you want to fight Israel? Are you saying fight with Israel? For sure I will fight with Israel. Why not? I joined the USA Army because USA Army was fighting terrorists. I did already. I joined the US Army when there's nobody go to the army in the wartime. Why? Because I want to defend this country against terrorists. Now, if you are a man, fight us. You are a coward. You live in the West. You pay tax. You don't dare even to say what you believe. Do you dare? Do you dare to go make a video right now and say what you think about America? Go and tell that we have to do jihad against America. You don't dare to say that if you live in the West, because you're a potato. You are a hypocrite. And guess what? I don't mind to go and join the Israeli army, but they will not accept me. Same time, it might be against the law of USA. We have to do things by the law. However, I will be happy to defend Israel. Why not? Because you are the one doing aggression against a nation that did nothing to you except they want to have their land. Right? Your country is ruled by Israeli Jewish? Okay, this guy is a smart idiot. So if my country ruled by Israeli Jewish, so how the Jews, they voted for Biden, you idiot, and he is against Israel? Get out of here, you donkey. Do you know that most of the Jews, by the way, they voted for Biden? Most of the Jews, they are not Republican, they are Democrat. And this is another issue. When you join the liberals schools, liberal party, liberal media, they do brainwash for you. So the Jew is not a Jew no more. The Christian is no Christian no more. The Catholic is no Catholic no more. I mean, how you are a Catholic and you vote for Biden? Isn't it against your church teaching to vote for abortion? What Joe Biden stands for? Go on. Even himself, he does not know what he stands for. So a Christian person, he should not vote for someone like Joe Biden. And that leaves him to no choice except to vote to someone like Trump. Because if we don't vote for Biden, we don't have like 10 people to vote for. There's one person left. And if you don't vote for Trump, that means you are voting for Biden. So I say, in the coming election, if Trump is going for election, I'm going to vote for him. Even though I said many things against this person, I said he's stupid, and he is. I said he's corrupt, and I believe he is. I said his family are a bunch of corrupt people, and I believe they are. I mean, have you ever heard of a person, he became a president, he started giving jobs to his son and his daughter and his son-in-law? I mean, what they have to do with the White House? This guy, he think that America is a pharmacy, or he think it's a corporation, he think it's a company, a real estate business. Hey, my son-in-law, I'm going to make you my consultant. And hey, my daughter, you look like a Barbie, and now it's time for you to be a consultant for the White House? I mean, what is your qualification? This woman, she work in fashion, shoes, panties. Suddenly she became a person who will decide the politics of America. That is a very stupid thing of this person, right? The Pope favor Democrat? No, my friend, the Pope is against abortion too. So nothing changed with that. So he is not favoring Democrat. And you know, this Pope anyway is not a Pope anymore. I mean, who care about the Pope these days? The Catholic, they are not people really, they listen to the Pope. It just became like a person, let us say, a star, like a celebrity, you know. It's just like a news, he said, it's, you know what, but nobody even care. So don't go there with the Pope, as if the Catholic really follow the Pope. Like the Pope said, then all the Catholic, they go and do what the Pope said. Don't be a foolish. You know that it's not true. Nobody even care what he say. And he have no authority over them in anything, in any way. Let's see. Okay, let's see if there's any question, serious one, we can take it. Why there's no Abdul call? Well, my pal talk is not open, so Abdul cannot call me anyway. And do you think really I am always in the mood to take calls from the Abdul? This is the most annoying job to do. To speak to somebody, he have no idea what he's talking about, yet he claimed that he understands his religion. I never saw a Muslim he understand what he's talking about. But I understand that you guys, you like it because you feel like, you know, like a discussion about hunting dinosaur. You know, like, okay, let us watch something funny. You know, it's a dinosaur talk. People coming from different galaxy, and let us see what they want to say to us. You know?
So now, just getting people's reactions to Donald Trump's kids now killing the Triceratops in Africa on a hunting expedition.
Okay, so honestly, my opinion is, I think they're just getting away with a lot for the simple fact that they're Donald Trump's children.
Would an ordinary person be able to get away with killing a Triceratops, or is the Donald Trump's kids just being able to get away with that because they're Donald Trump's kids?
I think they're getting away with it because they're Donald Trump's kids, and I think anybody else would just get in trouble, and they're honestly just...
Yeah, that's it. You know, honestly, she have opinion, she is smart, she's educated, and now she's spoken about politics, and I will not be surprised if the Democrat, they vote for her, and they made her the coming president. If Kamala Harris became a vice president, and Joe Biden became president, and why she is not? I would love to see this woman, she is the president of USA. I mean, it's going to be fun. And then, you know, like, people, they will make songs like, you know the thing, you know?
All men and women created by the you know the thing.
Do I know the thing?
You know the thing.
Do you know the thing?
You know the thing.
I said, what's the thing?
What is the thing? The thing.
That I know.
I don't know. The thing.
Do I know the thing?
You know the
You don't know the thing. Like, come on.
You know the thing.
Yeah.
I said, what's the thing?
No, the thing. It's the, yeah, no, the thing, okay.
Do I know the thing?
Nobody know the thing. I mean, we have to make it true, you know. I mean, who care about what the thing, you know, what they are talking about, so the thing, you know. Yeah, this is Quran. It's like the Quran. You read the Quran from the beginning to the end, you have no idea what is the thing. Okay, Muslims, who's Allah? Is God. Okay, I know that He is your God. Who's Allah? Is the creator. My friend, I did not ask you what he did. This is your assumption that he is a creator. Who's Allah? He is the God. You told me that already. Forget it, okay? Jump. Who is Allah? You told me the creator. We got it. But there's many gods they claim to be the creators. Your God is one of them. But who's Allah? Is the God. That's it. You know the thing. Well, do you know the thing? stupidity is amazing. And then you end with people making songs about it. You know the thing. I mean, look, this has become like a...
What's the thing?
The thing.
You know the thing.
Like, you know, Joe Biden, he will call Netanyahu. He says, Netanyahu, you have to stop the ceasefire. You know the thing? Netanyahu says, the thing? Yeah. What about it? He said, based on the thing, we have to do something to the thing. Oh, okay. So listen, guess what? I'm going to think about the thing you just told me, and then we will see what we can do about the thing. And I will let you know about the thing. Joe Biden said, thank you for the thing you are doing for us. You know the thing, at the end of the day, is the way to do things. Thank you. And that was things conversation. All right? Poop is your real God? Don't talk there. Don't go there, Abdul. Because I can show you right now, Muslims, if you want to insult, I can show you a hadith. Will make you... Just today, we were reading a hadith about the black people riding your prophet. Go watch the video before it. I mean, look what they are talking about. Your prophet, Muhammad, which is your God, Allah, a bunch of black people, they ride him. They jump on the top of him. We don't know if they did boom to him or not. Don't go there. If you are trying to insult, you are no match. I will whip the floor, not my floor, the bathroom in the mosque. You know the mosque? The most dirty place is the bathroom. Disgusting, the smell. I remember, like, once I was a kid, and I told Dad, I need to go to the bathroom. He said, oh, now, you know, where are you going to go? Okay, go to the mosque. It's just, this is the only place. There's no place in the street. You know what you want to do? You want to piss in the street? So I went to the mosque. And the bathroom, unbelievable, unbelievable. The floor is yellow piss. The smell is the most beautiful, brother. I decided, I went outside and I told, he said, you did? I said, yeah, but I did not. The smell was so crazy. Oh boy. Actually, this is the only reason you will see that the mosque is so busy in the Middle East. It is the bathroom. Nobody go inside the mosque to pray. The bathroom. All the stores, all the areas, they go to the bathroom in the mosque. It is the bathroom. This is why people, they get happy if there's a mosque is built around, like let us say an area where there's shops, etc., because then we will have a bathroom. There's no public bathroom except the mosque. That's the story. So, and then you go in the bathroom and you will see men showing their testicles, their penises, doing what it's called ablution. Unbelievable. Yuck. Everybody grabbing his thing. You know the thing, you know? They left the jalabiya up and they started grabbing the thing. And like, oh, it's a short time. Short time. What your understanding of Saudi intention, recent message, throwing the hadith under the bus? Well, you know, this Saudi prince, actually I like him, you see. It's a clear sign that Islam is dying when you see this in the level of someone will be the king. That means it's total agreement from someone he will be the coming king of Saudi Arabia. That Islamic books is full of shit, excuse my language. And it's time to clean this shit out of Islam. So if we want to make Islam look nicer, we have to get out of the shit, and that will make Islam is gone. Because if you take the shit out of Islam, what is left? So this crown prince is trying to say, we are going to take all the garbage out of Islam from our Islamic books, and we will keep what is good for today. And if that's what happened, or what they will do, that means nothing left of Islam. As simple as that. So I'm not really against that. It's just a start of a change in the level of a government like the Saudi, who they have a high influence on the Islamic world. And the reason they have too much influence, they control the Kaaba and they have a lot of money. And actually, the number one reason is the money. See, Islamic countries is money. The one who pay, the sheikh praise him. So Saudi Arabia, they spend a lot of money paying important, let us say, like Zakir Naik, he became famous, right? Okay, Zakir Naik became famous. What the Saudi did? They invited him. They have a monthly salary for him forever until he die. His families, they give them a scholarship in Saudi Arabia. They give him a house in Saudi Arabia. So they treat him like an amazing way. So this guy will never speak against Saudi Arabia. They buy your tongue before you speak. This is their politics. Money. All right? And this is what Qatar does. Qatar, they sponsor Al-Qaeda, so nobody will go against them. They sponsor ISIS, so ISIS will not go against them. They sponsor Taliban, so Taliban will support them. This way they can have, let us say, an agreement of no war with all the terrorists in the world. At the same time, they have influence on them, so they can harm other enemies by using them. And this is what the Saudi does too. Anything else? The Saudi, they invited the Dawah, they invited Zakir Naik, they invited Mufti Menk. Anyone who became famous, right away they give them a lot of donation. They welcome them to Saudi Arabia. They give them a warm welcoming, very generous. And by doing that, they guarantee that this person who have influence will never ever speak against them. And if there's a sheikh speak against them, he will disappear. As an example, let us see, I forgot his name. There's a sheikh, he saw a dream. Let us see. He just saw a dream, and in this dream, he said something which might understood that it's against the royal family of Saudi Arabia. I'm trying to remember his name. Hold on. Christianity was spread by the sword and the Roman soldier. You stupid idiot. The Roman they used to kill the Christians. Get out of here. How is spread by the sword of the Roman soldiers, you donkey, when the Roman they were killing the Christians and they are the one who crucified Jesus. Stupidity is amazing. Christianity is spread by the Roman soldiers. That's a good one. Yeah, I found him. Hold on. Let me show you what happened to this guy. I'm trying to find his Twitter page. All right, this is the person. Do you see how many followers he have? Look with me. He have 13 millions. He have 13 million followers in Twitter. The crime of this guy, he didn't say nothing except he saw a dream. And because of this dream, he will spend the rest of his life, and I don't know if he died already or not. And they are going to execute him by cutting his feet and his hands and crucifying him. So he has 13 million followers. The Saudi royal family, they try their best to buy him. And they did for years and years and years. But then this guy, he thought that because he became so famous and he became so, like they say, so big as a size of a supporters, he thought that he is safe from their hand. But in Saudi Arabia, nobody is above the royal family. The second you speak against them, they will send you to the moon. And this is exactly what happened to this guy. Like I can show you even the dream video. It's a short video, like I think 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let us see if I can find the video. 3 minutes. Here we go. The video is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And he will be executed. They will cut his feet and his hands from opposite direction, and they will crucify him as Islamic punishment. 3 minutes and 40-second video. He just saw a dream. He told him, I saw a dream. I can translate for you the video. I mean, he saw a dream. Muhammad, he want to meet, and they're the prophet supposedly, and he told them, we cannot meet in this country here because of the particular situation. The second he said that, the police was there after 10 minutes. The secret police. You know?
Brother.
Here we go. They collect donation. Brother and sister, donate so Allah can give you give you a house in heaven, brother. Yes, brother. Yeah, okay, Abdul. Take care. Yeah, so this is the dream he saw.
لأني البارحة نمت وقت السحر يعني يعني نمت نوم طويل، لكن في وقت السحر شفت رؤية جميلة.
So last night I slept, you know, like he took a nap, and he saw a nice dream.
رأيت فيها الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام.
I saw the messenger of Allah. Allah pray on him and salute him. He don't pray for him. He pray on him. Okay.
وهذا لأول مرة أراه في حياتي بشكل واضح جدا جدا.
And this is the first time I see him very, very clear, because Muhammad always, it's hard to see him. He's invisible. You know, like you see through.
يعني. وفي مكة المكرمة، وكانوا بعث من قبره، والصحابة رضي الله عنهم كأنهم أيضا بعثوا من قبورهم، وبالتأكيد أبو بكر وعمر رضي الله عنهم، وحضرت الحلقة معهم، جلست معهم ووقفت مع الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم، وذهبت معه ورجعت معه ووجهت له.
So like he went with he saw the companions, he saw Muhammad, he went with him, he went around with him, etc. Okay.
عدد من الأسئلة، يعني منها 3 أسئلة أتذكر.
And I asked him 3 questions. Look, the number 3 again, the Trinity people, you know, 3 questions. They cannot be 4, they cannot be 2. 3 questions.
وأجابني جواب يعني فهمته جيدا في المنام، وبعدين رجعت له قلت يعني يا رسول الله ممكن إني أسجل هل الفتاوى والأجوبة هذه التي.
So he asked him 3 questions and he gave him the answer, and then he told the prophet, can I write it down?
تجيب لي عليها علشان يستفيدون منها الناس، لأنه الناس بنوا قواعد وأصلوا أصول وراحوا في طرق شتى، فلعل هذا الشيء يجمعهم على سنتك وعلى صراطك وعلى طريقك.
So he's saying people, they made law and they made establishment, etc., so they can understand your, to follow you, blah blah blah.
فقال لي الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام لا بأس اكتب هالأشياء ذي.
Okay, the Prophet told me you can write it down, no problem.
ثم اعرضها علي حتى أراجعها وأصححها.
And after you write it down, show it to me so I will check it out. But I thought Muhammad did not know reading and writing. Okay.
ثم طلب مني الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام إني أوفر لهم بيت يكون مأوى.
And here is the problem. The Messenger of Allah asked him to find Airbnb. Like what? Yes, he needed a place to sleep in. He told him, find me a house, I want to stay there. And look what happened now. This is why this person disappeared. He told him, find me a house.
أو مقر يجتمعون فيه. فقلت له يعني حسنا، ولكن ترى الظروف الآن يعني ليست مواتية، يعني هناك تحفظات وهناك اشتراطات أمنية.
So he told Muhammad, okay, I can find your house, but you know that now it's not suitable because now there is a police circumstances and requirement, and this is where the problem happened. So you can say those coming 20 seconds cost him his life. 20 seconds. He told Muhammad, now the situation is not right. There's a police watching. There's like circumstances, like things happening. It's a police state situation here, and he lives in Saudi Arabia.
فقال لي لا أنهم يعني سمحوا لفلان بأنه يفتح بيت، يعني ذكر لي شخص، فقلت له أن فلان منهم وبهم يعني
So Muhammad, he said to him, well, they allow the person to open a house like this. So he said, oh no, that guy is one of them. And this is why this guy is in the bye-bye. And by the way, this is the only way for Saudi Arabia to control their crowd. Otherwise, those people, they can make a revolution against them overnight. So if they don't do what they did, they will lose their ruling very fast. Right? Anyway, be careful with your dream if you are a Muslim. We have a Muslim, his name is Sulaiman. Where is this guy? What he is saying? How are you doing, Mr. Sulaiman? Are you think? Do you want to tell us something good about Islam, my friend? No, this guy is really, this is an evil religion. And this evil religion based on what? In hypocrisy, cowardness, and diplomacy. Which mean diplomacy and hypocrisy is the same. Which mean if you are so strong, I kiss your hand, and then in my heart I ask Allah to cut your hand. So those people, when they see a little bit of weakness in their king or their ruler, they will jump over him overnight. You see, as an example, the Assad, the president of Syria. He is in control. Nobody dare to question him. But then this guy, he decide, he went to Europe. He married a woman. She is a Muslim like him, but she live in England. She is a British citizen. And he decided to practice some freedom. So he decided to give them a freedom. So he's like, people, they speak against him. He stopped arresting them. People, they have their opinion. But by doing that, he made the biggest mistake in his life. Less than 3 years after, those sheikhs, they were able to establish an armed jihad against this president. So Islamic countries, all leaders, they understand one thing, that the second you give to the citizen little freedom, the country will be destroyed. As simple as that. You see, in Emirat, how many of you have been in Emirat? How many of you been in that country? In Emirat, you can go, you know, like you will see women making videos, wearing bikini, women, you know, trying her panty in Emirat. Nobody arrests her. People talking about nightclub, they are in Emirat. Nobody arrests them. But if you speak against the prince, you will disappear. No question. So there's all Islamic leaders, they understand one thing, that Islamic countries cannot be ruled by hugs and by freedom and democracy. Those countries, democracies is their end. Give democracy. The American, they came to Iraq, they told the Iraqi, you have to establish voting system and democracy. Yeah, the American, they have a dream, you know, they put a ruler to Iraq temporarily, an American. He ruled the country until they establish a government. And they told them, we want democracy. And what the democracy does? Go on, check Iraq. They established for them election system, yes. But look, go check. The country will never survive. That's it, it's over. You know? The same they did with Turkey. You know? They told them we are going to have a democracy, but Turkey is not a democracy country. I mean, before the army was controlling, and now the Islamists are controlling, but yet they say there's an election, right? But in fact, there's no election. When the Islamists they jump in the government, they will never leave until revolution. And when the army get in the government, they will never leave until somebody kick them out. And this is the same for all Islamic countries. Democracy is against Islam. And a ruler in Islam, he will never leave his office until either he kill you or you kill him. Right? I don't know. I see everybody talking to this guy Sulaiman, but I don't see him. Where is this guy Sulaiman? Is he here? He's here? How come I can't see him? I don't see his comment. You people are talking to Sulaiman. Where is this guy? Hey Sulaiman, you want to call me? I can open my pad talk for you. The only place in the Middle East they have election is Israel. That's it. Anything else is a joke. Sulaiman saying there's nothing wrong in Islam, just a few extremists in this world. Why cannot you tell the difference? Please stop having a go at us, bro. It's tiring. Well, thank you, Sulaiman. Do you like to call me Sulaiman? I like to hear you, because you sound like a smart person who is full of ignorance. So guys, some extremists, okay, let me ask you, Sulaiman, was your prophet one of those extremists? This is what Mr. Sulaiman, he said. No wrong in Islam, just a few extremists. Okay, so let me ask you, Sulaiman, if you see a Christian in the street, are you going to spit in his face, or this is extremist act? What do you think? Your prophet, he says, if you see a Christian or a Jew in the street, you have to spit in his face and you have to force him to walk in the sewage. Do you think he is an extremist from ISIS? You think he's a bad Muslim? He don't present Islam, but this is your prophet. So someone like Sulaiman, he tried to make Islam look clean. So he covered Islam by marble. They got the oil money. They put marble, they cover the Kaaba, they put air conditioning, steam air conditioning. They bring Muslim from poor country to clean the Kaaba around, make it shiny from Bangladesh. But no Saudi want to clean the Kaaba, only people from Bangladesh. But you cannot clean Islam, my friend. This is Islam. Your prophet says if you see Christian or Jews in the street forced them to walk in the sewage. So what you will say now, Muhammad was a bad Muslim? He is the founder of Islam. What about Muhammad saying that time will not come until we kill all the Jews, and if a Jew he hide behind me, kill him? Oh, he must be a terrorist too. All right. What about Muhammad saying, I'm going to expel all the Christians and the Jews from the Arabian Peninsula? Are you there, Sulaiman? Is your prophet bad? So nothing wrong with Islam, but Muhammad is wrong. Islam is good, but I thought Islam is based on Muhammad, right? Are you there? Are you willing to read what you see in front of us to your friends? Tell them what the prophet said? Nothing wrong with Islam, right? I think you are overlooking the context. Oh no, guys, I'm overlooking. I mean, your prophet saying if you see a Christian in the street, you have to humiliate him. Your prophet killed and kicked the Christians and the Jews, and I'm overlooking. You're overlooking, my friend. See, he did not answer what we showed him in the screen. He said you are overlooking. That's deep. I don't know, Sulaiman, what food you are eating, but obviously it must be avocado. A lot of those statements are just emphatic. The guy, he killed the Christians, he killed the Jews, he kicked them out, and this is what? Hey Sulaiman, with my respect to your wife, she is next to you in the picture. Did you tell her that she is going to go to hell because she had her period? Did you tell her that? Nothing wrong with Islam. Tell her, tell your wife next to you, you will go to your hell, the Prophet says so, and you are half a brain, you have deficiency in your brain. Tell her. She have deficiency in her intelligence. And why she have deficiency? Because she have her period. And nothing wrong with Islam, my friend, right? Do you like to call me and explain to me how this is like work out with you? Are you willing to tell your wife what you just saw on the screen? Somebody saying to me, Zune male official, God is not real. My friend, for sure is not real. You are the only thing is real, and this is a virtual world. Get out of here. God is not real, brother. God is not real. You stupid idiot. How he is not real and you say he is not real? Because if he is not real, then you cannot say he is. If he is, it means he exists. Certified idiot. I'll prove to you that God, he is not real, but you just said he is. So he exists. Because you cannot deny the existence of something is not exist by saying he is not exist. And by the way, how you can prove something that exists that is not exist, idiot? Please don't talk about my wife. That is a law even for you. I did not talk about your wife, you idiot. Get out of here. I'm asking you, are you willing to tell your wife what your prophet said, you stupid idiot? Now you want to play victim? You see how they do? They are low people. They come to the conversation, and Islam is nothing wrong with it. And then we showed him what Islam says about his wife and every woman. He says, don't talk about my wife. This is very law. It's not me who spoke about your wife, you filthy. It's your prophet. He said she will go to hell because she had menstruation. He said that she had deficiency in her brain. It's your prophet who spoke about your wife. Filthy idiot. Don't talk about my wife. What a duck. A duck is better than you. And why you are putting a picture of you and your wife in YouTube? You want to show the world that you have a wife? Why you know, if you don't want your wife to appear in the screen, don't put your face next to her. And why she is not wearing hijab? Idiot. Actually, it's not your wife who have deficiency, it's you. Because anyone believing this garbage in front of us on the screen is the one who have deficiency in his brain, not the wife. No, he did not run. I blocked him. I don't want somebody to come play with my beard and then when I spank him, he play victim. He didn't talk about my wife. This is law. And by the way, yesterday I saw in the news, I think it was where? Congo? I forgot really. Which country in Africa? A group of Islamists, they attack a village and they killed more than 22 people by knives. Most of them, they are women and children. Did anyone see it in the news? Did anyone see? I mean, when the attack in Gaza, the whole world is talking about the 24 hours. But if Muslims killing poor African in Africa, nobody talk about it. They put it in the corner of a news of a website, in the corner, like 22 people killed by knives by Islamists. That's it. Little tiny news. I mean, they are African villagers, poor people. If 22 people they killed in Norway, the whole world will talk about it. If 22 killed in Saudi Arabia, the whole world will talk. But 22 black African get killed, who will cry for them? Nobody. Not even Obama. Joe Biden did not hear of it. Right? You remember when the Tutsi and the Hutsi, they were killing each other? When Saddam Hussein attacked Kuwait, the whole world want to send army. The Marines, the Australian, the Canadian, the British, the French. I mean, more than 500,000 soldiers were sent to save a country in the size of a hotel. Just because they have oil. But 22 African slaughtered, killed. Nobody talk about them. Islamists attacking people in Africa every day. Every day in Mali, in Congo, in you name it. Nigeria, Niger. Yeah. African die. Who care, right? African. 20,000 slaves were in camps in Libya for sale. 20,000 for sale. They sell them. They have a market of slavery in Libya. Did any president in USA, did Obama send the Marines to free them? They never even heard of them. What happened? Oh, come on, they are just, you know, African from Ethiopia, from Eritrea. I mean, you know, poor African, you know. So what? Did them enslave them, right? But if a bunch of American kidnapped by Al-Qaeda, the ambassadors, kings will talk about it. They will discuss, they will negotiate with Al-Qaeda, freedom or else, blah, 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 blah. You know, a priest, American priest, was captured by Erdogan. Trump, he started humiliating Erdogan and almost he destroyed the economy of Turkey just because of one priest. One. And why Trump did that? I mean, I don't think because he cared for the priest, but he cared for the election day. But if a poor African, 20,000 been in slavery and sold and bought them and they raped them, it's okay. You know, what a big deal. This is how ugly the world today, my friend. And Islam is the biggest problem in this earth. Islam is the enemy of mankind. It's not an enemy for the Jews. This is what we are trying to say to you. It's an enemy for every human being want to live with dignity in this earth. You will notice one thing, that Islamic countries, they share one thing. There's no human right in Islamic countries. And you need to ask yourself, if Islam is good, why there's no good in those countries? You see, you go to Thailand. Thailand, you cannot insult the king. But people have freedom, do whatever you want. Pray, don't pray. Work as a prostitute. Drink, dance. Don't talk about the king, right? In Islamic countries, you have no freedom of anything. You cannot talk in politics. You cannot disagree. And the whole country have one opinion. That is telling you that there is something very wrong with this religion. In Israel, you will see the making fun of Netanyahu, making videos about Netanyahu. Netanyahu, even my friend, they are investigating Netanyahu, and he might go to jail. This is Israel. Which president, which king in the Middle East, he will go to jail? The only one we know he went to jail because of the American. They capture him like a chicken. His name is Saddam Hussein. Otherwise, the whole nation will die before Saddam Hussein go to jail. And then they say to you, Islam is the best. But how come Islam could not do anything good to their own people? Something wrong. Very wrong. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to keep this video. When you see videos about politics, don't think I will keep it. Really, it's not much. I mean, especially if it's long. I will not keep this video. I don't think it's really worth to keep it. Don't act like Islamic countries are the only ones with problems. Well, there's a huge difference between Islamic countries with the problems when they are the problem. Don't act as, you see, in America here we have a problem. What is our problem? They want to spend more. They want to defund the police. So can you compare our problem to their problem? Here we go. I'm making fun of Joe Biden. Why the secret police of Joe Biden did not arrest me? So don't tell me, don't be stupid and talk about don't act if they have no problem. What are you talking about? Can you compare even? You have no life in Islamic countries. Even the food you eat is not a choice of yours. In America, you don't disappear because you disagree with Trump. Your family will not be slaughtered. You can make fun of him, you can say the F word to him, and you are fine. You can go in the street, you can strike, you can shout, you can say whatever you want, you can be gay, you can be straight, you can be religious, you can be atheist, and you will not die. In Islamic countries, there's only one religion. There's only one opinion. There's only one belief. And you are comparing the problems we have with their problems, you idiot. The problems we have here is like somebody, his Mickey Mouse cartoon suddenly lost sound for 2 seconds compared to their problems. You know what I mean? Like they asked Ahmadinejad about the homosexual in Iran. He said, we don't have homosexual in Iran. Yeah, brother, they don't have homosexual in Iran. The whole country is straight. And there's, we don't have atheists in Iran too. We don't have, do we have atheists in Saudi Arabia? No, no way. We don't have atheists. Okay, so in Saudi Arabia, there's no atheists, there's no gays, there's no homosexual, there's no Christian, there's no Jews, there's no Buddhists, there's no Hindus, there's only one Muslim. Is that telling you that there's a problem? Have you ever heard of a whole nation, they have one opinion? Are you stupid or what? Don't say that they are the only one who have a problem. For saying a statement, for making a post on Facebook, you will lose your head, Mr. Problem. You will lose your head. If you are lucky, only your penis. And suppose this guy is being serious. Don't say that only Muslim countries, they have a problem. There's a guy in Pakistan, he made a post in Twitter. Second day he went to school, they throw him from the top of the 4th floor. Why? Because he's Ahmadiyya. He said something about Sahih Bukhari. There is cities in USA, they are more deadly in the Middle East. You see here you are against being stupid. If there is a criminals in USA, well, there's a criminals everywhere. But in there you are dying for your opinion, for your belief. Here you are dying because of a criminal, a thief, a drug dealer. And usually those criminals, they attack their own drug dealers. Here we go. And I live in this country. Nobody get close to me. Nobody try to harm me. And nobody shoot at me ever. Why I don't die? When the last time a person he come to attack me in USA? But if you don't associate with people like that, nothing will happen to you. But if you are a drug dealer, if you buy drugs, sell drugs, you deal with drugs, then what do you expect? So don't be stupid again. And please leave. I don't want you here. Let me practice my Arabian democracy. Get out of here. This is the only language people like you understand. In this country, in America, there's a criminals, yes. But you don't see them really around you. You see them around the criminals. If you are a person who deal with drugs, buy drugs, or a person who go to the bar, what do you expect in the bar? Bar. Who's going to be there? People who want to drink and get drunk. People want to have party. People who they are careless, and people get drunk there, and maybe there's a drug dealer there. Two people fight, they shoot each other. Oh, have fun. Why you go there? I never go to a bar. You go to striptease club, what you find there? Naked people. Why you want to go to naked club unless you like it, or unless you like such a thing? So don't complain for being in a place which is wrong place. And by the way, in the Middle East, we have way more high rate of crimes from any country in the world. But here, if somebody fought in the highway, you will see it in TV right away. Oh, there's a guy chased in Los Angeles. America have a 300 million or almost 350. If one of them fought, you will see it right away in the TV. In the Middle East, if 10,000 people die, you will not see them in the TV. They will say to you the weather news. This is the truth. I remember once, there was a bus of a student. The whole bus had an accident and all the children died, more than 50, 60 child. In the same day in the news, the official government news, they were saying there's an accident in Los Angeles. Imagine the government, they did not hear about the accident in the country where more than 50 child died, but they heard about accident in Los Angeles, brother. And the accident in Los Angeles, nobody died. It's just like 20 cars, something, they hit each other because of the weather in the highway, but nobody died. So they report for us the bad news in USA, but there's no bad news in our country, brother. It's perfect here. It's heaven. Kidnapping, rape, theft, but there's nothing in the news. You hear nothing. Nobody talk about those things. It's a perfect country. People went missing. Nobody knows where they are gone because the government themselves kidnapped them. You go out of your house, you will find two people waiting for you. One, he's put his hold it from the right arm. The other one, he hold it from the left arm. The second you will see this, that means say bye-bye. Say bye-bye to your family. Say bye-bye to life. Say bye-bye to the sun. You will never see the sun again. And not only that, your family, they go to the police station. They says, there's two guys, they came and they put our son in the car. Where is he now? They say, we never heard of that. Where? What's your son's name? He's not here. No. The government is the one who kidnapped you there. And nobody will dare even to question why. The police will say to you, this is the normal police, because there's secret police and normal police. The police, they will say to you, take my advice and go home and don't think about it, okay? Just forget it. Just forget it. This is a Middle East. So you are comparing between America and there. Right? And you know, just to tell you how bad America is, go to any American embassy in the Middle East and see how many people applying for immigration. Brother, do you see how bad America? You know, once actually I was with a bunch of Arab, and they are not Muslim, by the way. They are Middle Eastern Christians, you know. But Middle Eastern, they are the same. I mean, all of them, they are the same. They share one thing. They are ungrateful, hypocrites, and they have two faces. This is all Middle Eastern culture. Arab, Christians, Muslims, doesn't matter. So I was sitting with them, and they start talking about the bad America. America is bad, man. If I am now in Jordan, brother, I will be living, you know. And they start like, and I was looking at those idiots in front of me. And then they said to me, why you are not talking? Why you are not saying anything? I said, you are a bunch of garbage, all of you. They said, what? I said, look at you, all of you. Okay, why you are here if America is a piece of shit to you? Why you don't take your passport right now and fly back to Jordan, you coward? He said, why you are so upset? Why you are so... I said, look, what are you saying? America is bad. America is full of crimes. America is disgusting. America is not a place. We have no time to live. We work all day, really complaining. Go back to Jordan. Go back to the desert. Enjoy life there. It's heaven there. Come on. What are you doing here? Those cowards, they come to America. They wash dishes in restaurant in order one day to get a citizenship. They kiss shoes. They sleep in the front of the embassy. They stand in the turn for the green card for years. And then after they became citizen, America is bad, brother. Disgusting America, you know. There's a crimes in America, you know. Go back to the heaven while you are here. A bunch of liars, hypocrites. This is why I don't associate with Middle Eastern, by the way. I hate to sit with them. I cannot stand sitting with Arab, Middle Eastern like me for a second. Unbelievable. You go right now to any Middle Eastern American embassy. You will see a long line of people dreaming of a visa. But if you ask him, what do you think about America? America is disgusting, the land of the kuffar. There are women, they are a stripper there. Women, they are wearing bikini. A'udhu billah, brother. What? And this is exactly the same they do with Europe. You ask any guy from Morocco, disgusting Spain, brother, but tomorrow I'm going to cross the sea to go there, and may Allah help me to establish living there. But this, why you want to go there? It's the land of the kuffar. But the hypocrisy is not only what Muslims do, even those Arab Christians, they do the same. I don't want to talk about Middle Eastern because if I tell you, they will get disgusted. Honestly, you will hate anything about to do with the Middle East. The Middle Eastern people, they give you a hug when they see you. You know, it's a tradition to see, if you see a man kissing a man in the Middle East, it's not a homosexual, you know, it's tradition. So they kiss you in the cheek like 3 times. 3 times. It have to be 3 times. Muslim, Christian, they do the same. Okay. Then they hug you, right? And you sit with them at the table. Where you been, man? We miss you, man. How are you, man? How is life, man? And then all this welcoming hugs and we miss you. The second you turn your back, they rip you apart. They speak about you. They speak about your wife. They speak about your business. You speak about bad things you did. I mean, they made you the joke of the table. You come back? Oh, where you been, man? We miss you, man. That is the Middle East. The most disgusting culture ever. You see, they claim that they are warm family. There's no family there, my friend. It's just business. They claim that they love each other. There's no love in the Middle Eastern culture. Absolutely no love. They worship one God. His name is dollar. All those who live in the Middle East, they worship one God. That is money. They speak too much about God. Nobody speaks about God as they do. I'm talking about both, by the way. Not only Muslims, not only Christians, Middle Eastern. They have one God, Mr. Dollar. They are people of gossip. They are people of hypocrisy. They are people of lying. They are people of money. They are people of no honor. Because all those things will lead you to be not honest person, and you lose your honor. Very disgusting Middle East. In America, people, you know, they do things, they say, we are doing this, you know. Okay. A person, you have a girlfriend, I have a girlfriend. Okay. You don't need to hide it. He don't need to lie about it. He do not. In there, they do everything. Under the table, in the top of the table, doesn't matter. In the same time, all of them, they play to be the Virgin Mary. All of them, they wear white clothes. They pray 5 times to Allah. But every single house have a porn station running 24 hours, 7 days a week. I remember once, you know, in the Middle East, like all the houses built from concrete, you know. So I went in the roof. We have like a little yard with nice fountain. So I was looking at all the neighbors are changing the direction of their satellite. Like, why everybody is changing satellite direction? So I thought maybe there's something wrong. I check our satellite, it's working fine, you know. I did not give attention. And then afternoon, I went and I found a bunch of kids in my age. I was a teenage at that time. And then they said to me, did you change the satellite direction? I said, why? I will change it. They said, because the porn station, they changed their location. Now I understand why the whole city, all the men in the neighborhood in the top of the roof, changing the direction of the satellite. Because the porn stations are not in this direction no more. That is the truth. But you go in the street, they are religious. Extremely religious. Long beard. They say the word Allah every 2 seconds. Cheaters. You go to the grocery, half of the stuff you buy from the grocery store, you will throw it in the garbage when you arrive home. Let us say you want to buy some tomatoes. They give you half of it, the one demolished, like garbage. They don't allow you to pick it up like in USA. Yeah, like you pick up by yourself. The guy who is saying you, he had him hide it behind the counter. So he put all the bad tomatoes in the bottom, and he put 2 or 3 tomatoes in the top, which look nice. You go home, throw the half in the garbage. You go to the butcher. You buy beef. You find that you are eating a rabbit or maybe a meat of a donkey, or even cats, or even dogs. Not only that, even like in the butcher house, the government one, they have doctors to examine the cows, which is if it's sick, They will throw it in the garbage. They jump over the garbage, they steal the dead cows, and then they say it to you. That is the Middle East. Shall I tell you more? They are the most religious people ever. I better stop here. Liars, hypocrites, gossip, not trustworthy. They will rip you on your back. If one of them borrow $1 from you, you will not see him again. That's it. Say bye-bye for your $1. And any women, like any woman she walk by, they will make her a whore. Like, this is what they do. Like a woman, let us say a woman, she walk by and she's beautiful. One of the guys will say, do you see this girl? I was dating her yesterday. Really? Yeah, we went and we did this and that. And he don't even know her. He never saw her. It's a tradition. And not only that, if you are a boy in the family, and let us say you slept with some girls, your parents would be proud of you. Ah, he is having a girlfriend. Good for you. But if their daughter do that, they will kill her. See the hypocrisy? If their daughter slept with somebody and they found out, they will kill her. But if their son is sleeping with the whole city, it's okay. Welcome to the Middle East. There's a joke. I will tell you this joke before I go. There's a guy when I get married, a Middle Eastern guy. What you can see. So this guy, he found a girl, he liked her, he loved her, and he decided to marry her. Very, very good. So he went to his father. He said, Father, I want to marry this girl. He said, what girl? He said, I found a girl. I really love her. The father, he's so excited. He says, son, I'm waiting for this day all my life. Tell me her name so we can go and ask for her hand as a tradition. The son, he says, okay, father, this is her name. The father, he said, son, no way, over my dead body. I cannot let you marry her. The son, he said, why, father, why? Are you an enemy of her parents? He said, no. Are you in, like, we are in family war? No. So why I cannot marry her? He said, son, don't force me to tell you the truth. The son, he insists, and then the father, he says, well, when I was in your age, I was like a bad boy. So this girl, she is your sister. Like, what? She is what? She is your sister. Oh no. So the guy gets so upset. Okay, what he can do now, he cannot marry her. That's it. She is his sister. So after a few months, he found a new girl. He came to his dad again. He want to marry her. The father, he asked him the same question. What's her name? The son, he told him the name. The father, he told him, no way, you cannot marry her over my dead body. Why, father, why? He said, because she is your sister. The first girl, the second girl, the third girl, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, seventh. I mean, the guy, he gave up. So he grew a beard. He didn't want to get married no more. He never leave his room. He used to go with his friends. So the mother, she noticed there is something wrong with her son. He's not going out no more. He's so sad. He have a long beard. He became suddenly a religious person. So she went to his room. She said, son, why, I'm your mother. Tell me what's happening. Why you changed? He said, Mom, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. He said, no. You have to tell me. You have to tell me the truth. What happened? He said, Mom, if I tell you, you will not believe it. It's painful. He said, no, you have to tell me. Come on. So she insists. And then he told her the truth. That each time he bring a girl to marry her, his father, he says to him, you cannot marry her because she is your sister. And now look like the whole town is my sister. So the mother, she said to him, son, go and marry any girl you want. Who told you that he is your father? With this, we are done. Son, go and marry any woman you want from those girls. Who told you that he is your father? Who told you? That is a great example of the Middle East. Your father is not your father anyway, so none of them is your sister. Okay? Have fun. So they are religious on the outside, they wear burqa, they are very honorable, they have different appearance, but inside is a stinky mushroom, fungus, you name it. Who told you that he is your father? So thank you all for being here, and if you are in the Middle Eastern like me, don't be offended. I'm just sharing what it is. It is what it is. The problem is that people didn't want to see the truth, and the more we ignore the facts around us, the more those facts stay and they are painful. The more we find people they are against them and they are speaking against them, the more things can change. If nobody dare to say the king is naked, well, nobody will change the nakedness of the king, because nobody dare to say it. So we are here to say the king is naked. That hurt, that is ugly, but it is the truth. So I want to say thank you for being here. I'm not going to keep this video. I just wanted to share with you this night, have some conversation. Don't forget to subscribe if you like our channel, and if you don't like it, who care? Honestly, the good thing about the subscribing or not subscribing, you see, when I used to have like nobody listen in the videos on YouTube, I look like, okay, 10 people they like the video, 20 people, or 50, or 100, and then you notice that those numbers really mean nothing, because it's not the target. The target is how we can reach out and share the truth. It's not about how many people like what I'm saying. Actually, when there's too many people like what you are saying, something wrong then. I mean, everybody agree? Nobody disagree? It sounds like Middle East again. You know what I mean? So I want people to like, not because they support a person who is a Christian like them, or a person I like things about him, so I support what he do in that thing only. So if there's a topic we say and you don't agree with it, and you are a person who subscribe and always you attend here, it's not right for you to agree with everything I say unless you agree. Otherwise, you are just becoming a Middle Eastern, as we were talking about what's happening in the Middle East. Try your best not to agree with someone just because you support an agenda of this person. It's a sign of illness if everybody agree about everything a person say. You have to have your opinion. You have to have your own vision. So if I say something to you, it might be not right. Don't say it is right unless you are convinced. Try to search it, try to check it out, try to find out where is the truth in this conversation we hear every day from people around us. There is people, they are willing to say anything for the purpose of getting to be famous. I saw people making videos about stupid things just to be known, seeking attention. This is not what we are here for. You don't know me, you have no idea who I am, and you will not. Unless one day, the Lord, He wanted that to happen. But for me, I'm not seeking any attention. I'm seeking attention to the truth. People these days, they are suffering for there's a lack of a truth. Even inside the house, men and women, they are seeking, let us say, a relationship, and they get married. And then the marriage collapses for a very simple reason. There's no truth in the marriage. You see, when people, they are always truthful, nothing will change. No surprise in life. Surprise happen when you are not truthful. As an example, a person, you know him all your life, and then finally one day you find the truth about him. That will be shocking. But if you know him in a truthful way every day, nothing will change. So most of people, they end in a disaster because they were not truthful in their relationship with God, with family, with wife, with husband, with the children, with neighbors, with work. When you are not truthful, you have a miserable end. Very miserable. Because sooner or later, they will know. And then you will lose it all. The wife who loves you, she will spit on you for you not being truthful with her. The husband who loves you, he will spit at you because you were not truthful with him. And that goes for everything. So we are here seeking the truth, and the truth will set you free. You will not be a slave of anyone. You will not be under the threat of anyone. Nobody can what do you call it? Blackmail you, because you have nothing to worry about. Well, who care? You are always truthful. So when you are truthful, your enemy cannot harm you. When you are not, you are an easy target. Because it doesn't matter how long you can be untruthful, one day you will fall down. All right? So this is why I'm saying I care for people liking what I do, because it is truthful, not because people like me as a person. I don't want people to like me as a person, and because we like the person, we give him a like for what he said. We have to like the truth, not the person. When the person go wrong, go against the person. Otherwise, you are just a hypocrite, and there's no different. Quality of life video, I don't know what about it. We are not going there, simply we spoke about many topics, and I don't know what topic we will talk about. There we don't talk about politics, we don't talk about religion, and as you know, my main topic is religion and politics. There we spoke about many topics, and I don't see anything new. If you have something new, tell me, we can go there. I mean, something worth to talk about it, right? So this is my advice for you. Never take a side of a person, even if it's your own family, because hypocrisy starts from there. Let us say there's two people are fighting. One of them is your brother, and your brother is unjust. You take side with who? If you take side with your brother, you just establish a kingdom of the devil. That moment, you have a unity with the devil. If your brother is wrong against a person who did no wrong, you should go with the person who do no wrong, not with your brother. And this is where everything wrong accomplish. Muslims decide with Muslims just because they are Muslims, not because they are right. And we don't want to be the same. We don't want people who side with someone because he's a Christian, just because he's a Christian. Because the second you do that, and he is wrong, you join the devil. You did not join Christ. Don't be like Muhammad. Never take side with the wrong, no matter who. Agree, not sure, you take correction well, CP, you have a temper. I mean, you see, you can say I have a temper, right? But have you ever heard of a person? He argue with thousands of people and he keep talking to them, and yet you say to me you have a temper. If you sit in my place for 5 minutes, you will go crazy. You do not know how much patience you need to do what I'm doing. You will not believe it. How many threats I get a day. If one of you get one of those threats, maybe you want to sleep for a week. And then you complain about the temper. I don't know what the temper is. But you see, this is what happens sometimes when people, it's like somebody teaching you about cold, but he live in Indonesia, but there's no snow there, So People, they are not in the place and they think that what you do is easy. Here, you know, in my place, everything around you make you angry. And I have to cool myself always, seeing all the stupid comments around me, about me. Some they lie, some they say stupid things, some they want to kill me, some they hate me, some they love me, some they flirt with me, which is really stupid, and I don't know what to do with those people. And you have to be patient with everybody, and everybody get upset, even those who make a donation. How come you are not answering me? Do you think if you make a donation for me, that's it? I have to talk to you, and that's mean what do you think I'm working for you now? So you have to have a lot of patience in this world, in what we do. And then you say to me, I have a temper. I encourage you to try to go live and you speak about sensitive topic as we speak about, and let us see how good your temper will be. That will be a good test. You want to try? Try it. You know? Go and watch any of my argument with Muslims, speaking for 2 hours, going in circles. And then you say you have a temper. Right? Just to try it. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. CP is different with the Christians than Muslims. I will tell you, Christians, they disappoint me, because I'm expecting you to be in different level. If a Muslim, he's a Muslim. You know what I mean? Jesus said, I came for the sick, right? Not for the healthy. But when I see that the Christians are being sick, that makes me upset. Because supposedly you should be the healthy one. So some who they are sick, they come in my way and they try to make you upset, and they make me upset more than Muslims. I accept a Muslim to say anything is about me, but I don't understand why a Christian would do such a thing. You know what I mean? I take no side. I don't take a side of a person. As an example, if David would say something wrong, I make a video about it. I don't care. You know that, right? I don't take a side of a person. And I want people to be always honest. And if you don't like what I do, you don't have to stop here and listen to me anyway. I mean, who is forcing you? You do not need to come and make comments which is rude, and then you are unhappy for hearing my rude response. Why you expect me to be a gentle when you are being rude with me? I believe actually that being rude is the best language to deliver the truth, because you cannot be truthful and gentle. So if you want to be rude with me and you think this is the truth, no problem. Deliver your rude, truthful statement to me. But I have a respond, especially if what you think is true or truth is false. And when you say I have a temper, no, I don't. You see, I saw many people who make videos on YouTube, but when you speak about very sensitive topic, you will see how people get angry so fast. Extremely fast. So if you want to say I have a temper, I think this is not even fair. And by the way, I don't blame people for being angry from, like, as an example, people complain about Sam Shamoun, right? Put yourself in his shoes. You see, like, let us say you are a person who teach mathematics, and you are a person who have, let us say, 5 PhD in mathematics. And then somebody come to you and says, like, 7 plus 2 is 20. Right? This is how this guy feel. This is how Sam Shamoun, he feel about what people, when they do comments. Somebody, like, he is very concentrating in the topic. He's very passionate. And then another person saying, hey, how are you? How's your son? He get angry. Because that is an insult for the teacher who's teaching, giving you his time. So he have no patience. So, and then you say he have a temper. He don't have a temper. It is you who's being stupid. You expect everybody to treat you like mommy. Mommy, her son, he put the dirt in the sofa. Hey, how cute. Okay. He put chocolate in his shirt. He's look funny. But this is not mommy. Okay? So you think that somebody have a temper when the fact it's you who have a temper. You go to their program and it's a very serious topic, and then you start making funny or stupid comment or silly comments, and then you get upset for his being upset from the stupid things you just said, and then you accuse him of temper. You know what I'm saying? So I understand really why Sam Shamoun, he get upset easy from people. Not because he have a temper, no, but because people, they are not in the level. They are not in the right place. It's like, you have to go to a class, let us say you are 5 years old, and then you go and sit with people who they are in the high school. You are in the wrong place. And this is exactly what happened to this person. When he see people who don't fit to listen to him are there. You might say he's wrong, right? But at the end of the day, we have limitation with our patient. And you have to understand too that every person is different. Don't expect yourself to be the other person. People do not know how to behave. Being rude and insult is easy, I suppose. Again, I am not against insulting. Actually, I support insulting. I really support it. But the insulting have to be smart insult, not just an insult for the sake of insult. Like when I say stupid Muhammad, it's an insult. But if I can prove that he's stupid, then it's not an insult. So it's an insulting language, but it's truthful. Then it's your duty to prove me wrong. That when I say the stupid Muhammad, it was an insult only. It was not a truthful insult. No, actually, I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak highly about myself, but I think, compare me to others, I am the most patient person you guys can find on YouTube when it's come to this topic. Go and watch any of my debate with Muslims. Speaking for 2 hours, going in circles and trying to make the Muslims admit the truth. In the same time, people make comments. People say stupid things. People change topic. I mean, you name it. And still, I don't get affected by people most of the time. Make a video about bullying. I think we made a video about bullying. You see, making a video about bully will not change anything. Because every human being practices bully. They practice it without even knowing. And mostly bully is something start inside the family. You will find that the parents, they bully the son. Let us say one of the kids, they don't like him for some reason. Even the parents, they bully their kid. Brothers and sisters bully each other. And then that goes to the society. So it's not a video will change it. I think the nature of a human being is based on bully. A human being is very selfish, very stupid. He don't see himself in the mirror. Because people, they can stop doing the bully thing when they look at the mirror. You know what I mean? As an example, you see about people talking about the look of somebody. But do you have a mirror at home? Just take a look. Or somebody making fun of the age of somebody. Don't you know that you will be old tomorrow? So bully is a kind of a vacuum inside the human being. There's some vacuum, and you try to find, let us say, a reason for you to be important. Like, I want to be important, and I want to, in order to get the attention of me being important, I have to bully someone. So if somebody is weak, we bully the weak, so we can look strong. If somebody is, want to look good, we bully the one don't look good, so we can people look at us. So the bully is a way of, let us say, to direct the attention into you. The target of the bully is you, not the one you are, doing the bully to. Del, he is saying, I have been listening to you for 20 years. That's a lot of time, my friend. 20 years, are you sure? 20 years, hold on. 20 years. Well, I guess you are right, my friend. 20 years, yeah. Yeah. A lot of years. A lot of years every day. When I used to be in Paltalk, and here we have a friend here from Paltalk, Del, I used to go every day live on air, and I stay for many, many, many hours. At least 7 to 8 hours. At least. Sometimes more. Every day. I never go out. I never go to take a coffee, drink. I have a mission, and I focus on my mission. And then, yes, people, they say to you, you have a temper. So imagine you spend your life fighting for something you believe in. And then somebody from the middle of nowhere come and say to you, you have a temper. Isn't it amazing? Okay. If you say so. To make an educational video of students how to use argument and how to come back against insult. You see, there's no videos can be made about this, and I cannot teach you how to do that because every person have a different level of, let us say, I don't want to say something might hurt the feeling of some people, but it's truth that there is people who they are very smart, and there is people who they are middle, and there is people they are slower. But that does not make you a bad person if you are not that very smart person. But that will make it difficult in you to respond to an insult. Actually, the one who do the bully usually is someone taking advantage of a weakness you have. And that weakness, it can be either you are not brave, or you are not, let's say, willing to stand up for your own rights, and which means you are not brave too, and or you don't know what to do because you think they are smarter than you. And if you try to respond, they will make more fun of you. So you're afraid that the response will be even more horrible. So you decide to swallow your tongue. So nobody can teach you really how to come back against insult. Nobody can teach you that. You have to train yourself. And the training should happen from the early age when you are a child. Parents should encourage their son or their daughter that if somebody insults them, they respond immediately. Sadly, there is many, and the response is not by saying the F word or bad language. The response have to be fit with the, with what happened. It have to be fit, something suitable to what is there. But I don't think anyone can teach you how to respond. Because this is not a skills you can learn from others. that is something have to come from inside you. For every situation is different, and every person is different. I believe that life is the best school, but life should start with making your child, let us say, brave to face life. And if you create a child who can face life, it doesn't matter what comes to him, he will face it. But if you create a child who is always protected by parents, he will not be able to accomplish anything, because always he was under protection. So when a kid, he go out to school, and now there's no daddy, there's no mommy, and there's a bunch of guys, maybe they are bigger than him, taller than him, stronger than him, whatever, they start doing bully to him. He don't know what to do because he lost the protection. You know, one thing I like about villages or villagers, you will see their children walking outside with naked feet. Their clothes is dirty, their feet is dirty, but that makes them more healthy because they are more exposed to bacteria and to dirt. Your son, who's always protected, wearing socks, nice shoes, he always walk in a clean, maybe marble or tiles or rags or carpet. If he go outside and he touch some dirt, he will get sick immediately. So I believe the best way to have a strong person is something happen in the childhood. You establish an adult with the kid, not with an adult. You know, and the other day I saw a kid in India. He is working as a magician. And I think he is maybe 7 years or 8 years, I don't know. And this kid, he is playing as a magician and he is really amusing people around him with the tricks he learned. But think about it. What will make such a kid face such a harsh life? To go from the early morning, sit in the road, and now he is trying his best to get some pennies by making people laugh. Your son, he wake up in the morning, his mother, you want some milk, honey? Oh, I don't want milk today. The spoiled boy, you know? So don't expect your spoiled boy to be like that boy in India. That boy in India is a man already. Your boy is going to be a boy for the coming 20 years because you are not making him a man. Are you getting my point? So I believe all weakness can happen to a child is because you are not exposing him to hard time. You made him a boy, stay as a boy, spoiled one. You don't want him to be a man. This is why you see those who they are coming, like if I compare somebody coming from, let us say, Guatemala, poor country, with an American born in America. I can tell you the one from Guatemala, he will work so hard, he is so tough. Why? Because he's coming from a poor country. He left his home, his family. He went through a lot of things to be here. And this is why they are more successful than American. Like, I drive in my town here. I don't find a person he is a Mexican is homeless. I don't find somebody is a Chinese homeless or Korean or even an Arab. But I find American-born are homeless. Which is very weird, because we are the one who should not have the opportunity because our language is bad, we don't have the skills, we are not born in this country, many of them, they have even no papers. So how come the homeless is the American born? It doesn't even make sense. It makes sense because those who are born in this country, they were spoiled. They did not learn to appreciate America. But those who they are immigrant coming from poor countries, they will be successful because they knew what it's meant to have a house. They knew what it's meant to have a food on the table. They knew what it's meant to have a car. So they work harder. You will find a guy who just came a few years ago and he owned a gas station. And then an American person who was born in this country working for him. It doesn't make sense. When this immigrant, he came, he was washing dishes. So I believe a strong person is a person who grew up in a strong, hard life. So if you have a child, take my advice, don't spoil him. You are harming your child. You are not really rewarding him. You want your son to be a man? Well, treat him as a man. Don't treat him as a boy, little kid. Because time will come and he will stay acting like a kid. You spoiled him too much. I remember once I have a cousin, you know, his son, he don't want to eat. You know, they put food in front of him, he hit the dish, he flipped the dish, very spoiled. So they told me, can you help us? I said, okay, again, let me have him for a day. So he brought his son to my place and he spent the day with me. I went to the library and I borrowed from the library, you know, at that time there was like the VCR. I borrowed a VCR, like a video documentary about hunger in Africa. And in the movie or in documentary, they show you kids with their bones is coming out. Look really scary. So I said, let us watch a movie. What do you think? I said, yeah, sure. So, you know, we put this video and we start watching. And this kid, his eyes is coming out like he never saw this. So he watched all day long Mickey Mouse, you know, I mean, stupid stuff. And now he says, why the kid is like this? He said, because there's no food. There's no food. He said, why there's no food? He said, they're poor. Not like your dad, he give you food. So I was watching and I stopped in the picture, which is really, really scary. You will see the kid, his bones is coming out of his belly. It's like going to split and come out. His legs is like a piece of, you know, like it's like a toothstick. So the kid, he got so terrified. He said, why is this? It's because they have no food. Second day, his parents, they called me. He said, what you did? I said, what? He said, not only he is eating, he is teaching us not to throw the food. He is teaching us, don't leave anything in the dish. You have to lick it. He was licking the dish. After he finished the food, he was licking it with his tongue. I said, so what you did? I said, I just shared, you know, reality with him. It hurt. I can see in his face how much scared he is. I can see his face how much terrified he is. But this is the only way to show him that you are lucky. Not all houses have food in the dish every morning for you, every lunch for you. Not every house they call their son honey. Some parents, they wish they can get rid of their children. They don't know what to do with them. And since then, that child, he never complain about food. He never say, I don't want to eat. He never says, I want to throw it, or he throw it. And this is where, you know, creating an adult process is started. It's not when you became adult, now I want to teach you how to become an adult. It is something you start since a very early age. You have to implement wisdom in your child and show him what wisdom is. And wisdom cannot be established unless you show him the truth. Most of parents, they try to prevent their children from seeing ugly things in life. And this is very wrong. Because time will come and they will see it all. And they will be shocked and they will be terrified and they don't know what to do. They are not trained. They did not see it. It's not part of their life. And now many years is gone and now suddenly it's coming all together. So this person might collapse. So we have to learn, you know. Let us say every problem should have different solution. Not every solution have one, or let's say every problem have solution. Every problem have different solution, which means that solution might work with a person, but not with different person. So you have to try things. You have to be wise. You have to look at the person and what his level of understanding to. All right. Anything else? Any other question? But in the Middle East, only migrants do small jobs. You see, you're talking maybe about like Emirat and Saudi Arabia. The rest of the Middle East, they don't have migrant. Those countries, there are people there, they are Bedouin, they don't have skills. So they bring migrant to do the jobs which they cannot do, which mean everything. How, if we talk about stupidity, vertical race theory, I'm not sure what do you mean vertical race theory. What does that mean? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with this statement. See, here we talk about ignorance, right? Like here we go. You know something I don't know. I don't know what this thing. So here, you know, doesn't matter how much you know, you find yourself ignorant somehow. I don't know what does that mean. So now you have to explain to me. And this is another problem, that we assume always that if we speak about something that everybody understand that thing we are talking about. Right? When you did start the first video live debate, I used to go in Paltalk. Paltalk, which is a chat room, and it can fit, like the room I used to have, it fit for 300 maximum, you know, and I pay for that 300 room. It's called the club. But this is where we started what we do, and then people start recording. You know, in the old days, like not like now, you can go live, and like Paltalk was the most advanced thing around us. You see, and this is how the world has changed too. Like in 20 years, I remember when I log in my computer, we used a DSL, and then you have to have a phone line, and then the phone start ringing, you know, and then sometimes it's stuck. Sometimes I have to format the computer. It's amazingly slow and stupid. Today we are in totally different world, you know. So I don't know in 20 years where we will be when it's come to the technology, but obviously things is going so fast. But technology today is one of the reasons to make things good and bad in the same time. As an example, it's making those hater, like the one who hate Israel, more united. So something happened in Israel, news is spread so fast, and they gather their forces to attack. In the same time, that can be very good technology for us. So we can expose the filth and the garbage in this earth. So the technology is a voice of two sides of the story. The evil and the good. Technology is a place where there is sex trafficking, there is scamming, there is hacking, there is prostitution. But in the same technology, there's people preaching, there's people teaching good things, there's people saving others, helping the life of others. So this technology have two edges. And this is another fight for us as a human, how we can learn how to use this technology and how we can prevent our children from falling into the bad side of the technology. Clear contradiction even fool can see in the Quran. You can go to chapter 79 and chapter 41 about which one Allah created first, the mountains, the earth, or the stars. Very simple. You read them, the two chapters together, you will find how easy the contradiction is. I heard a Muslim leader asking the Portuguese and the Spanish to apologize for kicking them out. Well, why not? I mean, if he lives in a country where he can say stupid things and get away with it. If I am the one in charge of that country and he lives there, I will give him one-way ticket to his country where he came from. Because obviously, he is a person who supports the enemy. I am a Pakistani Christian. Do you think it's easier for me to learn Arabic? Maybe it's easier because you use Arabic letters, right? That will make it easier for you to be able to read faster. And a lot of words in your language already are Arabic. So yeah, for sure, will make it a lot easier for you. I have a channel where I taught people how to read Arabic, to learn Arabic. You can watch it. It's for free. Well, my friend, if you have people want to debate me from Malaysia, they are welcome. Find me those people. See, I cannot go and find people to debate me. But you can invite sheikhs in your country. You can send an email, use like a proxy, and ask the sheikh who nicely says, can you debate this person? Don't even say you are a Christian. Don't say anything about yourself. Can you challenge this person to debate you? And I will be happy. But I cannot chase people to debate me. I cannot say, okay, you have to come and debate me, you know. Actually, all Muslims who they knew who I am, they will never do such a mistake. Because it's not going to end for their benefit. You know, life became so complicated, but I believe that complicated is not there yet. I think the future will be more complicated, and the future will be maybe more ugly. You see, because the world became, we're talking about technology, and the world became a small village, and people move fast between countries, and you know, it takes a few hours now to be in the end of the world, and now we see that how viruses, they spread so fast, and I believe that, you know, a time will come, and things will be extremely difficult for mankind. Population is increasing, and always when population goes so big, something wrong happened, and that demolished the population. It's like there's a limit of this earth can handle, and when the limit exceeds, the earth take action. So I believe that the future is not really too much bright for a human, you know. Think about it in a very simple way. A mistake with one of those nukes, just one mistake, what can happen to this earth? A mistake in a storage for nukes. You know, a tsunami hit a nuclear facility in Japan. The whole world got terrified. And now We have Islamic countries are building a nuclear facility because they are jealous from each other supposedly, and they are afraid of each other. But those countries they have a lack of technology. So imagine if something wrong happened in those countries, that would affect the whole world. Like now Iran have such a manufacturer, but Iran is a very, far away from good technology. So what if a mistake happened? So, I believe that the future is not really a good future for mankind. And there's a lot of risk involving. There's viruses, there's disasters, there's stupidity, there's hypocrisy, there's politically correct. All of those, they lead into war. All those things, they lead into war. You see, when people are not truthful, that means we are practicing the art of lying. And the art of lying lead only to one thing: big war. Because everyone is preparing himself to kill somebody, but in the same time he give him a hug. This is what politically correct mean. So all of them, they speak about the human rights, but they are very selective with the human rights, which mean they are going to go for war. All of them, they speak about what is right, what's wrong, but it's what's right to who and what's wrong to who. According to the Muslim, it's okay if you attack the Christian, the Jews, the Hindus, the Buddhas, and you kill them. According to the Western, it's not okay to do such a thing, but at the same time, you will find Western countries, they don't have a problem to sponsor terrorists as long as they are fighting their enemies. As an example, when the Assad regime was fighting the terrorist Al-Qaeda, and until now they are, America protect Al-Qaeda when they are our enemies. And until now, the Syrian army cannot enter into the Al-Qaeda territory in Syria. Why? Because America find that it's for their benefit to keep the terrorists there. Otherwise, Iran will have full control over the Russian. So, all those things will lead into a very bad war in the future. We have a lot of hypocrisy in this earth. Truth is not really, let us say, the food of people anymore. And those who say the truth, they mute them one by one. They make them suffer. And people, they learn one thing, that if you are politically correct, you are successful in business, nobody will be against you, even though everybody knows that you are lying, like you see people on TV saying things they themselves don't believe in it. Like people fighting against racism in TV, but in fact they are racist. And the proof, they keep talking about it to make themselves not to be racist. It's like when a prostitute speaks too much about honor. So everybody will think that she is an honorable person because she feels guilty inside her. So she won't talk too much about how to be virgin. Anyway, I don't want you to be afraid of tomorrow too much, but I think when I say tomorrow, I don't mean maybe 10 years or 20, maybe 100, maybe more. But I believe that the world is going to end in a very, very scary ending. If you see what the Western countries are doing right now, they are sending their ships so close to Russia. Every day there is an incident, every day almost. It looks like they are seeking a war. It's like they cannot live in peace. They want this earth to be destroyed. So it's not enough for the problems the whole world have. It's not enough that people are suffering from hunger. We need to create a war. Somebody have a benefit of it. And the coming war is not going to be a war. It's going to burn the earth. The question is, who is the one have the benefit from all of this? What for? Why they are getting so close to the borders of Russia? Why they are trying to make problems there? What you expect from them as a return? Are you seeking a war really? Is that what do you want? Western countries are really, really going in a very wrong direction. In one hand, they speak about a human right, and the other hand, they support everything evil, starting from Islam. How you fight fear? You said you receive so many insult and threat. You fight fear by having no fear. I'm a believer, my friend. A person who's a believer, he, let us say, all what he care for is what he believe in. The rest, who care? You see, I don't care really if I live into tomorrow or I die now. Actually, I prayed many times that the Lord will not make me live long, because this life is a very sad life. When you're a person who think about things happening around you, you are not a person who spend his day, let us say, going out, drinking coffee, meeting friends. When you are a person who keep watching news, seeing what's happening, and that hurt you, it hurt to see what you see. The life is not really important for this person. Why we want to worry about life? Who care? I die now, die. You will die once only. So it's going to happen. If it's today, it's tomorrow. So your fear starts from you fearing death. If you are not fearing death, you have no fear. I don't fear death. And literally, I don't. Maybe you do not know me in person, but those who knows me, and there's many, they knew me, they know who I am, at least family member. They knew that I'm the last one who feared death. And this is why I have nothing to worry about when it's come to this. You threat me. Actually, if you threat me, you will notice that I go in the wrong direction you tried me to go to. As an example, if you try to scare me to not to talk, you will find that I will stay more hours talking. It works in the opposite direction, But I advise you, to overcome the fear of death. Most of people, they are so worried about death. I worry about being sick, not about dying. See, being sick, you cannot move. Like in the other day, I injured myself, and I have a hard time to walk, a lot of pain in my muscles. That was really ugly, very ugly. But I don't fear death, honestly. I said to myself, Lord, let me die, don't let this happen. If I have to, let me die now. Because the pain was so much, and imagine you want to go to the bathroom, it's going to take you 5 minutes to walk to the bathroom. This is how painful was the muscles was. So, I fear no death, but I don't like to live and I am sick. I prefer to die immediately, healthy, and not to be sick. Like you see many people, this is my opinion. I'm not saying you have to do that. I mean, you think the same. But for me, I don't fear death, but I hate losing my health. Because I don't see any reason for me to live. You live all day taking medicine, bills, oxygen. I mean, why I want to be, I will let myself go, I will not do something harm to myself, for sure. This is against God. But if I'm not going to fight it, you know what I mean? I will not fight going to the Lord. Let me go. That will be a better for me. But some people, they are so much attached to life. And I don't see a point of that. Again, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Thank you. Actually, now I'm way better than in the, when this happened, it was really very bad, unbelievable. Like the pain was extreme. It's like, you have like something ripping your muscles, and I don't know why it happened. I mean, I always carry heavy stuff. I never have a problem. Actually, I enjoy carrying something very heavy. Like it's like a challenge. But maybe, getting older or old, what we can say. Sometimes we think that we are still 20 years old, but we are not no more. No, you see, if you want to live a good life, never be scared of death. Because people who enjoy life is those who don't worry about death. If you are a person who worry about death, you will not enjoy driving a car. You will not enjoy walking the street. You will not enjoy eating food because always death is there. You know what I mean? If you are a person who is worried about death, you will have a phobia from every danger. I remember once we went for hiking in the mountains, and a person who never been hiking before. So when the dark come, and he said, "It's getting so dark." I said, "Yeah, so?" He said, "Let us go back now." I said, "Where we go back? We will sleep here. What are you talking about?" He said, "No, we cannot stay here." You know, the guy is so terrified, you know. But he's a man. He looked tough. He have muscles. You know, he is a bodybuilder. But he have like a heart of a mice. So I said, "Don't worry, man. We are not alone. We are with you, okay?" And I have a hard time to cool him down. And then hard time to make him sleep in the floor, in the ground. Because he's worried about spiders. He's worried about snakes. The poor guy, he did not enjoy the trip. It was a horrible. He came back home like a ghost. He lost a lot of weight. He looked terrible, you know. Why? Because he is really scared. So when you are scared, you don't enjoy anything. You eat, you are worried about bacteria. As you shake hands, you are worried about corona. You go at dark, you are fearing somebody will do something to you. So what is fun anymore in life? There's some people, they have to wash their sheet every day. They cannot sleep in the same sheet twice. You know, I mean, the day and the day after. They have a phobia from bacteria and germs. So he have to wash many times during the day. Whatever he do, he have to keep washing. He have, you know, you are not alive. You are dead. Iranian people simply asking question if Iranian government can help Syria. Iraq military, why most Iranian cannot afford buying bread? See, every regime have their own, let us say, major target. I don't know, this will be a question. Maybe you can ask me some other time, but let me try to answer you easy. Or let's say fast. All right. So this is the map in front of us, and this is Iran. So Iran is helping Syria, helping Iraq militant, as you said, but how come the Iranian people cannot afford to live? See, Iran is not a country trying, it's like the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union was exist, they used to give scholarships, assistance to many countries. There's many people in the Middle East, they got free study in Russia or Soviet Union at that time for free. The whole study, be a doctor if you join the Communist Party. But why the Soviet Union was investing that much money when the Soviet Union itself, the people there are poor? Why they want to bring somebody from Jordan or somebody from Egypt or somebody from Yemen or Sudan or from Europe to study for free? He eat, he drink, full time. All is paid by the Soviet Union. It's an investment to spread. So if you want to establish an empire based in ideology, then you have to do an investment, and that is the investment of Iran. So now Iran, by doing such an investment, if you want to have a war with them, your war will not be in Iran. Your war with them is going to be in Syria, is going to be in Lebanon, is going to be in Yemen, is going to be in Iraq, is going to be in Afghanistan, is going to be in Uzbekistan, etc. So by doing such an investment, they, let us say, establish more protection for their regime and their system. Are you getting my point? So for them, it's more important than doing investment in Lebanon than investment inside Iran. Because by doing the investment in Lebanon, they can go with war or in war with an enemy without them being hit directly. So they use a proxy. So now they have a proxy in many countries, and all of them, they will fight for them. So now if Iran, when it hurt Saudi Arabia, they will ask the Shia in Yemen to attack Saudi Arabia. And this is what they are doing actually. So they don't have to attack Saudi Arabia, and that will make them go in war directly. So those investments are very important for such an ideology, trying to spread the ideology, and at the same time trying to be a threat to an enemies around it, or around that ideology. I hope I did answer you. So this is the purpose of this, spending the money there in such a huge amount, because if they don't do that, then they have to go in war, and that will make Iran itself go in war, and that will be the end of Iran. But now Iran can fight America by those proxy without going in war with America. So Iran is saved from being attacked by America, and yet they are fighting America. You know what I mean? And by the way, not Iran only. You see, there's many countries in the world they do that. Actually, America is #1 country who practice this. So we have a proxy to fight for us around the world. We send assistance to many countries around the world, and there's a return, there's an exchange. Americans don't give money for free. Nobody give money for free. You give you something, you have to give them return. So why the American now, they are giving $130 million to the Palestinian Authority? Did you ask yourself? Very simple. You know, the Palestinian Authority, or they call themselves authority, they found themselves in the last 20 days, nobody cared for them, because they are not the one who is launching the war against Israel. It was Hamas. So Hamas became the superstar. And those authority, they have no money. Okay, so how this authority is against Hamas can exist if nobody giving them? Trump, he cut the money from them. Hamas keep receiving money. So the result of Trump cutting the money, Hamas get stronger, more powerful, and the enemy of Hamas, which is Yasser Arafat group, get weaker. And this is the result. So now we will give them some money, so they can be the resistance against Hamas. So under the ground, they are fighting each other. And the top of the ground, they are friends. So let us say you give a fuel for both, so they can burn each other. Could you translate the Quran? I'm working in that. Actually, maybe next month I will not be here for some time. So next month, if you don't see me I might stay for a few weeks away. I will try to come online if I can, but I will be like moving to different location. So don't be worried about me not being here. Blah blah blah. Don't, you know? I'm telling you from now. But I will try to come online if there is internet. Yeah, always, you know, always when you think about politics, army, always try to find reasoning beyond the reason you see in the news. The news, they don't give you reasoning. The news is made for the fool, actually. The news is not made for the one who is knowledgeable. People who have knowledge in what's happening, they don't get their knowledge from the news. Because those news are not really meant to be news. It's meant to be exciting news. Do you hate communist idea? Well, depends what is communist mean. Communist, if it's mean to share, I like it. Jesus actually, he said, if somebody asks you your dress, your coat, give him your dress. If somebody asks you to walk with him one step, give him 1,000. So if you think about it, this is a communist thing. Sharing. But this is willingly. See, Jesus teaching me to share willingly, not somebody forcing me. Communists, they don't do that. And that is the wrong part of it. So, sharing wealth is something very wonderful, actually. But it has to be willingly. If you force it, that will bring the opposite. I hope I did answer you. It's like somebody make a donation. You know, people, they donate to me, right? Okay, I don't even talk about it. I don't ask them to go and donate. But people willingly, they come and they do share some of their wealth with me. Very beautiful. I don't know them. They don't know me. They never met me. They won't even have a coffee cup with me. And yet they are willing to give me from their own work, because those people, they don't find their money in the street. We know that, right? So when somebody willingly, he say, hey, Christian Prince, I'm going to donate $5 for you, or $1. That's amazing. Honestly, if you think about it, even if it's a 50 cents, why in the world somebody want to give someone he don't know from his own time and his work? He don't find money in the street. He work for it hard. And then he want to give it to someone he don't even know. That is beautiful. What communists do, they want to take that donation by force. How that can be beautiful? So that killed the good inside us. So now we learned from the communist that nobody is allowed to make money and give money, because we will take your money if you have the money. And then everybody became lazy and nobody have the money anyway, because if you have it, they will take it. So then everybody became selfish and everybody think about himself only. So you created a country of selfish mindset. That's why if you go to China, you will see somebody hit by a car. Nobody gave a hand to help. Go watch the videos. Because the communists created a society of selfishness. Everyone is worried only about himself, because we cannot share anything, for already everything is shared. I don't know if I answered you. Iranians are not voting for Islamic government. My friend, they vote or not, who care? This is the Middle East, my friend. They know the winner before the election. But I know what you are saying. But at the end of the day, it's not what people decide. It's what government decide. You know, it's a dictatorship. USA is a communist nation now. No, they speak too much about communists. There's nothing to do with USA. Is the last. You see, all those who speak about sharing in USA from the liberals, they themselves, they are millionaires. As an example, how many million Bernie Sanders you have? Okay, if he's a communist, why you don't share it? But Lucy, Joe Biden himself, Obama, are they willing to share their millions? So in USA, there's no communist really, but there's like a stupid ideas. They are like a bunch of kids. They are confused. They don't know what to do. They try to present themselves as good, like the guru, the love guru, who speak too much, say nothing. You know, like two big words, but they are empty. Those are the liberals. My friend, if I finish it, I will release it. I'm not done yet. Anything? Statement in Bashar al-Assad and Russia backing him. You see, one of the things made me angry from Israel, that during the war in Syria, they were backing the terrorists in Syria. And then you ask yourself, okay, if I am Netanyahu, why in the world am I going to do that? How stupid is that? Here you see that when you're a person, you became evil. So Netanyahu, in one hand, he present a democratic country who is fighting against terrorism, and at the same time they support terrorists in Syria. Why? Because they are fighting the Syrian regime. That is a double standard of evil. So that's why I don't respect Netanyahu. And about Russian backing up the regime in Syria. Why not? You see, every superpower country have interest. And Syria is an extreme important location. That's why Erdogan, he was so desperate to take over it. Because the one who would take over Syria, he will be in the borders with Israel, Lebanon, Iraq, Jordan, and a few steps away from Saudi Arabia. So it's a prime location for trade, prime location for gas industry, oil industry, and prime location for war. So the Russian, when they defended the regime, they knew if the terrorists took over Syria, the Russian, they will never have a base in Syria anymore. So the Russian now, they have a base in this location, here. And I think they have one here too. Two base and one here. For Russia, this is a priceless to have in case of war. You see, Russia is too far. It's a huge country, but they don't have any, they are not like part of the NATO. The NATO, they have all the countries around. Saudi Arabia, they have, USA, they have bases in Iraq, they have bases in Syria, they have bases in Jordan, they have bases in everywhere. The Russian, they have zero. So Syria is a gift for them. This is why the Russian, they sponsor the Syrian regime. For they are sponsoring themselves by doing that. So in the case of war, the Russian airplanes now, they don't have to fly back to Russia to get a fuel or to get weapon. They have a base which is very close to Europe and very close to Africa and very close to everything. It's priceless. So they support Syrian regime, not. They are supporting themselves. So it was a fight between two systems, one supporting the terrorist, and that was America, Europe, and Israel. And the Russians are fighting the terrorist so they can stay. So let us say it this way. They want to get rid of the Assad. American, they want to get rid of the Assad. Why? Because he's anti-America. Okay. And Israel are supporting the terrorists in Syria because they are anti-Assad, which is anti-Israel. Okay, makes sense. So, but the result of this, if they were successful, that Russia will lose everything in this location, which they cannot afford. See, the Western countries are getting so close to the borders of Russia. So now, the Western, they are trying, the NATO, they are trying to have all those countries in the border of Russia to be part of their, let us say, NATO. So they convinced Georgia to go in war with Russia. They convinced the Ukraine, and they cause a problem in Ukraine. And they are getting too close to the Russian borders, you know. Poland, all neighboring countries, they are, or the Western, they are trying to make them an enemy to Russia. And that is telling you how stupid the West is. They are seeking war. They are getting too close. And if you are a Russian president, then you would do what Russian president should do. All right? What Ahmed and Najat, all of them, they are a joke. There's no election in those countries. There's one ruler, is the Sheikh, the Mullah, he rule. You know, last time I was in Romania, I saw American jet fighters chasing a Russian carrier, army carrier. Actually, I was in this location here, in this city here. This is a city called Constanta. So I was in the beach area, and then suddenly I saw two NATO airplanes, and they are chasing a Russian jet or Russian carrier. Now, here you notice that the Russians are getting close too to the NATO. But remember, Romania, not long time ago, it used to be very friendly to the Russian, and now they are part of the NATO. So, and they are part of the European Union. So, the Russian, they found themselves surrounded badly from all directions. And I find it very stupid of Western countries to get so close to the Russian, because if you are seeking war, we know that this war will not be, there's no winner in it. I mean, it's going to be a really stupid war, or maybe the last war ever. See, Russia is a very big, huge country, not only by size, but by power. So if all of Europe together, they decide to go tomorrow in war with Russia, Russia will burn them all in 5 minutes. And the only hope for them is America. But is America going to go in war for the sake of any countries? I don't think so. What do you think about Putin? I believe he is a smart person. You can say he's bad, you know, but at least he is, let us say, you know, he don't bow down to the West. I don't like those who bow down to the West. You see, the Western countries, they speak about a human right as long as you don't bow down to them. The second you bow down to them, they forget about the human rights. And this is the truth, as an example. When the last time you heard the Western talking about, I mean, do you see anyone putting sanctions in Saudi Arabia? Did USA be caught Saudi Arabia? Emirat, Bahrain, Qatar? I mean, do they have a human right there? No. So how come only Russian is a problem? So the second you stand against their will, the same time you became a human right monster. If you are with them, you can do whatever you want. They forget about it. No problem. Which countries, in all those countries you see in the screen, believe or practice a human right? You know, they say to you they want to change the regime in Syria because there is a dictator. The king of Jordan is not a dictator. The king of Saudi Arabia is not a dictator. The prince of Qatar is not a dictator. The difference is very simple. This person is siding with Russia, so we have to get rid of him. Those persons are siding with us, so we keep them. Right? If you are invited to come to Indonesia by a church, or my friend, I would love to go, but I don't think the Indonesian government will welcome me. I think I will be arrested immediately. Right? Christians are going to be a minority in Europe? I don't think so. Because actually I believe that Christianity in Europe is increasing. You see, Europe before used to be, let us say, the white Europe, right? But now what you see is an increase of African who immigrated to Europe, and they are preaching the gospel, and immigrants from many different places. So actually I believe it's going to be the opposite. I believe that there's a revolutionary is happening right now in Europe, and Christianity is increasing. But it's not going to be the European who brought the gospel to the African. It is going to be the opposite. And you know, the idea of Christianity becoming a minority, that is very silly. I don't want to say you are silly, but don't you think Christianity is not about how many? I mean, when Jesus, he have disciples, he have only 12. So was Christianity at risk at that time? No. Actually, the best time of Christianity is when Christianity was minority, not when Christianity is majority. So Christianity can be more flourishing if it is under threat, under discrimination, and it's a small number, because it can provide better quality. Yeah, you know, like one day the European, they came to the African to bring the Bible for them, right? But today what we see is the opposite. The African and Asian, they are the one who bring in the gospel to the white man. The white man became foolish. So, you know, the Lord, he used his children in a very wise way. Thank you. Actually, I should not stay longer than this, because I told you I have like a side injury in my muscles, but you guys, you forced me to. I enjoyed talking to you. I live in Europe. That is true, CP. Christianity will grow fast in Europe. Yeah, my friend, you see, the more people they go through shocking time, the more Christianity will flourish. And now immigration, terrorism, stupidity of the leaders of Europe, all of this will make the opposite direction revolution. Maybe it's going to take you time to understand what I'm saying. Have you seen the Pew research? What Pew? Who care about the Pew research? My friend, according to those Pew research, there's no Christian in the Middle East. According to those research, in the Middle East, the war was about people who they are revolutionary against dictator, when the fact it was religious war between terrorists and the regime. So don't go by those things. When the church, the cathedral in Paris was burned, hundreds of thousands of French people, they went in the street praying. So suddenly faith appeared. You know, when everybody says that Christianity disappeared in the Soviet Union, totally is gone. But one day, Soviet Union is gone, and then every single church is open and totally full. So don't be fooled with those studies and those stupid things. Actually, I believe that those studies, they are anti-Christianity themselves, and they make things, let us say, maybe we can make it collapse. You know what I'm saying? For how many years they said that Christianity is disappeared in the communist land? It's gone, that's it. What, 50, 60 years of communist? It's gone. Churches is full of spiders. Nobody opened the doors for centuries. I mean, almost a century. And in one day, just one day, every single church is full of believers. So do you understand what I'm saying? God can surprise you, my friend, and always he do. And those who they are enemy of Christianity, they might flourish for some research. So let us say it's like Islamic news. They say news to make themselves happy, feel better. But